welcome back to Bearded Ramblings. It is Sunday once again, the 2nd of June. Make sure those calendars have changed. I once left mine for 2 weeks without realizing I have to switch it over. It is a beautiful evening here. I hope it is for all of you, for we are joined by the Krenda.
Hello.
He is known to go on adventures. And
Sometimes.
Luka, returning once again, because I'm guessing you're avoiding the cops or something. Want to hide with us.
I'll never think to look here.
Luka.
Did he mute himself or step away?
Great timing.
Yeah.
While he makes the return, quickly gonna go through the shill. Throughout the night, please like, share, and subscribe, as you tend to do. You guys are amazing for that. Don't forget to
Subscribe every week.
Yeah, unsubscribe then resubscribe. It'll just make the algorithm go into like a haywire. Don't forget to check out the links down below for for the Discord, where tomorrow we have the watch party. Ooh, what movie is it? Ooh, I won't say. You're going to have to find out. Obviously, don't forget to check out Krendar's link tree down there, and Luca's stuff. And of course, we have a stream goal. Anything given, greatly appreciated, especially as it's a new month. We need to keep all the videos where we'll be sharing with you ad-free. Also, we need a guest for next week, so if anybody's got any suggestions, join the Discord or say it here and just throw out if you're interested or if you think someone might be down to clown. There. That's the shilling done. I did my part for king and country. And where's me medal? There you are.
Welcome back. Or not.
Or not.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why did you
There you
fucking
go.
answer then? Something go wrong with your technology? Your technological status?
Internet connection issues.
That'll do it. So, let's get the platitudes out of the way. How is everybody doing today?
Doing well. I mean, I hate that it's Sunday.
Why?
So I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Well, then it sounds like you hate Monday more than you hate Sunday.
Yes,
Oh.
but it reminds him that Monday is looming.
No, Garfield does that due to his hatred of Mondays.
Hey, you guys excited to see his movie?
No, not in the slightest.
Not really.
The closest thing I came to that was watching those two guys have a fight outside the front of it. That video of the two guys just having a fist fight in the Garfield movie in some Hispanic country, that's the be all and end all of my interest in the Garfield.
I'm surprised what's his face wasn't involved in that fist fight. Who's that guy that had the Garfield Eats restaurant that Asterios is always talking about?
Oh God.
You know what I mean.
I kind of would, yeah. I remember the
I forget
restaurant.
his name too,
I remember.
he's obsessed, and apparently the restaurant was terrible.
Yeah, the whole the Garfield theme restaurant idea. It kind of went the way of like Pastamania and stuff like that. You know, like that. Let's get something completely separate to food and join it. No, let's not do that.
On the
silly.
upside, we finally found something that's worse than Pastamania.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to have them back to back. Though apparently everyone who's ever had Pastamania said it was just SpaghettiOs. That's it. So
I've never had the food either. I just meant conceptually. At least Pastamania could be more than one thing, whereas the Garfield thing is like, how is it anything other than lasagna?
Well, we got these 5 different types of lasagna, okay, and then all these other things that you find in every other restaurant, but with a $7 increase in price. Oh,
Right?
okay.
Probably.
No, I remember that was the one thing when he was going through the list with us. He said like we were looking at the prices, and the prices were just no bueno, you know, like, and this was a good few years ago too. I was like, no, this can't be serious. And yeah, it was a disaster.
$35 for a small personal size lasagna.
Garfield would be indignant, but he's too lazy to care.
I bet they didn't even have the decency to have good lasagna either.
No, it'd be like the frozen stuff, or oh God,
Worse.
did you ever see the Colgate lasagnas?
What?
Okay,
Excuse me?
so Colgate
Prime lasagna.
lasagna. Yeah, so Colgate beef lasagna was a real thing. It became a staple of things of not to
Huh.
do. So they wanted to
Why?
start All right, this is actually it's actually in the Museum of Failure. In like the 70s or 80s, Colgate had this idea to diversify, and they were like, well, what do people might think about us when they think about their mouths? Because toothpaste. So let's do a bunch of food.
Yeah.
No,
We'll give them
no one wanted to buy anything food from the people who made toothpaste.
Right? We'll give them something to make their teeth dirty, and then we'll give themselves something to make their teeth clean.
That could have very well been
Genius.
one of the reason. And
What they should have done is just that's a great picture. They should have just like made a subsidiary company to have this be under a different name but still be
No.
owned by them.
no, they still wanted the brand recognition. It's been held
that's
up
the
in a lot of
That's what
1982.
killed it.
Colgate launched frozen lasagna. It was like it's used now in a in like business school as there's an actual term for it. Steph Sterling did a video on it. On like don't diversify out of like your comfort zone. If the people who made Charmin, like the toilet paper, also turned
Yeah.
out to make like I don't know,
Chili.
yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah,
More. Yeah.
you'd be
Although,
kind of like, ooh, Charmin chili. I don't know.
Why does the Ripley's article have failure in quotation marks? It did fail.
Yeah,
It's not like it's a fake failure.
waiting to the
Do you
food
think
market. No one
Do you think that the people who don't understand what quotation marks means?
right?
They probably don't.
There are some idiots out there that use it as a form of emphasis for a word, which is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like maybe they should have put it in italics or bolded it or something instead.
yeah. But yeah, I've
Somebody
always-
best known for their mint flavored lasagna. Oh
Mm.
man.
I'm getting a tasty meal and I'm fighting cavities at the same time.
Oh yeah. So what'd you say there, Luca?
Oh, I said as opposed to flavorless lasagna?
Yeah, that's what you get at Garfield Eats, probably.
That's the sort of thing maybe you get in like Omega Mart. See-through crystal
Oh, man.
lasagna.
I want to go to Omega Mart. Apparently, there's an ARG there when you go there.
Or you go on like an adventure to kind of like figure out the history of Omega Mart and the wider.
Yeah, and like the
Yeah.
employees are in on it. Like they act like there's some conspiracy happening, and like
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
live action puzzle game basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very interesting.
kind of
So-
want to go there. Their ads are so good. Have you seen their stuff there, Luca?
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-mm.
We got to show them at least a couple of Omega Mart commercials.
All right. Later, remind me at around about the halfway point, because first things
All
first,
right.
we owe our dancing lad a show. So we're going to start off with him and end with him because we didn't do it last week. We didn't do it last week because I'm a silly sausage and ended the stream just as we were wrapping up while
We're
he was on.
eager to go.
Yeah. All right. So, who wants what?
Any vote here, Luca? Anything here grabbing your attention?
Thin Lizzy, Kendrick Lamar.
Give me
Tekken
one moment.
8.
You want to start with the Donald Trump shit?
No.
Look at your screen share right
Yeah.
now.
That's why.
Oh. Yeah, let's go with 50 Cent. One on the top left.
All right.
All right, let's butcher some 50 Cent.
I mean, he hasn't been relevant since like 2015, so whatever.
One of the most underrated games for the PlayStation 2 was the one that was connected to him. It was so weird. It had no right to be as good as it was. Look at that face. Oh. Lev. Yes, he's speaking through me.
bro, with those eyebrows, he could sweep floors.
Right?
He's Elliot Goulding up his face.
Or he could smile at the floor and scare the dirt away.
Oh, what the fuck is that in his background?
It's a poster of himself. He moved
It's the
out
only
of his
decoration
own...
he needs.
Yeah, it's one of like several he's put around his originally his apartment.
I remember.
Now it's his house.
I remember he does that.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
Oh, this dude.
Mm-hmm.
His Twitter is just full of random pictures of him sitting or standing without any context.
You know what's eerie about that backdrop? Is that looks very similar to the apartment I live in. That is fucking weird.
He recently changed addresses, and I think
He moved in with you.
yeah, I think he's living in the other room. Bring him in for the next. Yeah, we got an extra TV. Invite him in.
I don't know. That might be the same building I live in.
You'd hear him. Bit breathy today. Oh, I actually watch one or two of his stuff normally, and since he has moved out, he doesn't belt it like he used to, and that's a real shame. And I'm wondering if he's self-conscious or if he's been told he can't do that.
Might have gotten a couple of noise complaints.
Oh, I mean, he'd shatter glass back in the day. Now he's more like... Also, he's so far back now from the camera where he used to be.
He needs to turn up the gain on that mic.
He's talking so softly, the subtitles aren't picking it up.
Oh yeah, 'cause the background music's louder than he is.
Music.
Yeah, this is 50 Cent we're talking about.
Very hands today for his dancing. Like he's using a loom. He's channeling an Italian. Like, stop talking with your hands, start dancing with your feet.
Stuff is kind of weak.
Yeah, by his standards, absolutely.
Hang on, pause it real quick. Look at the shorts right next to the video playing. Did Hitler take revenge on them? Gollum, and then burgers.
I've been a busy boy this week.
So related.
I have an eclectic set of tastes.
New weekly segment. Guess what Lev's been Googling this week?
You know, I'm on a bender if it's a bunch of like anime and video game soundtracks.
You know what else I find funny is that it's advertising your own stream to you, because if you look below the fucking
Right.
shorts, there's your
Right
stream.
next to the Emperor, a symposium to the Emperor. I like playing sometimes music when I'm playing like Stellaris and I'm about to purge some Xenos from the galaxy. It kind of adds to the oomph.
As you should.
I give YouTube shit for the algorithm, but shit like what I'm seeing right now is actually it fucking makes me chuckle. It's like, okay, you know what? It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
All right, so Buff, that was surprisingly a weak showing from you, but we'll see if you can save it at the end of tonight. So I want to show this before we get into the actual main show of the evening, because this is fairly new and no one will give 2 tosses next week. Get it? 2 tosses? This guy has a severe problem of well, yeah.
I don't get it.
Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or 2 late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which
How
word
did I know
to
it was
use.
going there?
To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months.
Hey, you should really ask him because he can totally do better
When
than
I
you.
tell you I've never halted a conversation.
Something tells me no, he can't, because he's clearly got some mental defect that can't help him from stop masturbating despite editing videos of her like dressed like this. She's not even in her bikini. She's just chilling, and he's like, that's a medical issue right there. There's some psychological no-nos.
Yeah, that's a very plain outfit.
Yeah, and he can't control himself. Like, okay, buddy, have you thought of going to therapy?
So fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to.
Footage. Oh.
Let's go to language. Go to language.
Oh,
That's why.
footage. Oh, maybe he does more than just edits her save for work. Oh. But that just means that he's very unprofessional. Like, dude, do you not know how editors in porn work? They are bored out of their fucking minds after the first 5 minutes, because it's just a sea of fucking non-stop, but you have to go and edit this in and edit that out. I've talked to people who've put together porn stuff, and it's just, or even worked on porn sets back in the day. It gets dull. Dude, take a fucking chill.
Much of anything, you know?
Yeah, like, before, if he has to, go and rub one out, then sit down, okay? Like, then sit down and go to work. Go and rub one out, then sit down and then go to work on this instead of your junk. But, yeah, do you remember from a few years ago? No, it was about maybe last year, Krendar. There was this dude who we watched, and he was at a bar getting interviewed by someone, and he was like this girl's, like, Discord moderator, and he said he met her in real life, and out in like a public place, and she hugged him, and he immediately came in his pants.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, do you remember that dude?
Wow.
No, but yeah, ugh.
Yeah,
Awful.
this is like some level of simpage that is just... It's almost impressive, because sometimes it takes you a little while, especially as you get older, it takes a little while to get the old energies aflowing, you know? These guys don't seem to have a problem. They just go right to the end.
You gotta raise your hands up and gather energy for that spirit bomb you're trying to shoot into her.
Right. Sometimes you have to ball her discreetly.
Damn.
All right, let's as from simpage to simpage, it's about time we get into Trump simps. As anyone who hasn't not been under a rock is not aware, Trump was in court for one of many times. This was the Stormy Daniel one, and he got convicted on all counts. His fans, they're not really taking it. Well, they're taking it as well as I thought they would, which is fucking
Yeah.
hilarious to the rest of us.
Speaking of which, before you begin, I just love the idea of the free Father Teresa sign, because it's like, have these people not learned by current year how terrible a person Mother Teresa actually was?
Yeah,
Right.
she was awful. Gandhi was awful. Necessary actions and good actions do not equate to good people all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, necessary and good are definitely not the same thing at all.
No, like let's go and firebomb a city to end a war faster. Is that a good thing? No, but it's gonna end the war faster. It's justified means
Yeah.
it.
It's what you would call a potential necessary evil. It's like we don't want to do it, but we're willing to do it.
I'm currently reading Max Hastings' Nemesis, which is the end of World War II from the Japanese viewpoint, and they are literally talking about like, hey, we didn't want to have to go and nuke these cities, but it stopped the Japanese from fighting, didn't it?
No, we didn't even need to fire the A bombs off anyways, because Spain was
Nope.
willing to sit at the table and surrender.
Yeah,
The whole point was to collect
that would take a whole conversation. I really do have to have a history stream at some point. Maybe with Landon. He's one of the few people who's actually like.
Hey, if you do a history stream, I'd totally be down to join.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so time constrained because I would love to talk my ass off about this or a lore stream. Hi kids, you like Star Wars?
You can hear the crowd here. There's a lot of Trump supporters out here that you can hear are very worked up. As I was reading the verdict, I could hear the crowd emotion growing behind me. I'm only a couple yards away.
Yeah. Everyone's saying, do you remember when Trump got elected, that one liberal girl in the pink beanie who
Yeah, I was
prize?
out to bring
The
that
circle is now complete.
I was also about to say the same thing.
In WWE, we call this long-term booking.
From the area that you can see on your screens right there, sort of the First Amendment area, if you...
You know he's been blocked from so many social medias. Like, he's been muted, blocked, hidden from all his family members.
Well, it's just a stone's throw away from the press area.
That's actually an episode
It's
of
been
PragerU
growing as the
recently.
day went on.
Why are all our younger family members removing us from their social media? What is the liberal media lying to them about? You know?
Growing after they heard that this verdict was
talking about? There is no liberal media.
coming in.
Everybody's
A
either
lot of
right
emotion.
or
Oh,
center
this is liberal. Fox is liberal. Maybe Newsmax might not be liberal. That's how far deep down the rabbit hole people like your boy here on the right is.
Is running very high in this city right now. Again, this is the presumptive GOP nominee in the middle of an election year.
Who are you crying to? God? God would by default be the one who did this. So he's the one who wants Trump to go to jail. Not that Trump will go to jail. Let's be abundantly clear here. Even if he does get he's getting sentenced on the 11th, I think. So we'll find out.
11th.
Yeah, so we'll find out on the just Tuesday. So by this, in 2 weeks from now, we'll know once and for all like what'll happen. But he can, even if guess what, even if he's sitting in a prison cell, he actually still can run for office and get elected. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that he can't.
Right. However, he is the first president in the entire United States' history to be a convicted felon. Like he
Convicted.
is 100% a convicted felon. He is a convicted felon. Rewriting that shit.
The Republican Party standing on the Law and Order Party. Oh yeah. Let's see how that goes. And now you got all these people going like, I didn't want to vote for Trump before, but dude, yes you did. Okay, Okay, this is some bullshit. Yes, you did. You were probably gonna vote Libertarian or like the Constitution Party or some shit like that. You know, you're gonna vote. You were gonna vote for this douchebag. Oh, and the Libertarians don't want him either. I saw him at the.
Vermin Supreme.
Yes. Now that's a president I
Yo,
can get behind.
So actually, RFK posted a fucking scathing tweet against Trump, just basically steamrolling his ass. Kyle Kalinske actually posted on his YouTube channel, Secular Talk. RDK just steamrolled over Trump, over all the fucking false promises, over almost everything this fucking dude has been talking about, you know, from his 2016 run to his 2020 run, and he's just like, this guy's full of shit. Now, Kyle did point out a very thought-provoking aspect of this, and that is that RDK would, is RJK, RDK, whatever, the fucking
RFK.
Or FK.
RFK, thank you. Yeah, so if RFK starts doing what he's doing with, you know, trying to sway votes that way, like he's going after Trump, then that's less votes for Biden.
I don't want him to win because he's got brain worms. Literally, he said he did brain worms. And
Biden is by
Did you
far
see? Did you see the Daily Show's bit on that?
No.
Oh my god! Actually, I don't think it's very long. We could probably.
No, we cannot.
See if I can find it.
Copyright, copyright,
Kidding.
copy.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, go look up the brainworms thing on the Daily Show after this, though. It is very funny.
But yeah, like even though RFK's like jabs at Trump are mostly spot on, like 95-ish% of what he said was spot on and accurate and irrefutable. The problem that Kyle pointed out is that these are votes that could go to Biden, and I know you don't like Biden. I don't like Biden either. He's the weakest president.
I don't, but someone has to vote get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be Biden.
You're voting against Trump.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but the problem he pointed out is that these are votes that are going to be swayed away from Biden. They're going to go to RFK, but Trump's going to get more votes because Trump's going to be the right-wing nominee. Like, I don't see anybody else.
I don't see anyone else. Yeah, they're like it's not like there's a bunch of like people going on the Republican side going, right, well, we can't back him now because that would require integrity, and they don't have integrity. No one's had integrity in Washington since, well, I suppose Bernie does, but you know, Bernie did get shot in the back of the head, so you know. So.
Yeah.
Bernie's he's done. Like,
he's done. He's too old. He's got to pass the baton down. AOC, Ilhan Omar, who knows who else? Okay, but they've got their own problems. Whatever. Just vote the old ice cream loving zombie in, please. So you can then have maybe 4 years to figure out someone better to replace him.
Well, that's what he said 4 years ago.
Well, that's because you're going up against the exact same person, America.
I mean, American politics is absolutely at its fucking.
It's dog shit. I've never seen American.
There is no politician I can think of.
In my lifetime, America's politics has not been this bad. But on the plus side, you guys still have hot women, so yay, and cheap booze. So keep that up, and I'll keep showing.
Every country has that. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, behold,
in different ratios, perhaps, but you know.
I wonder if Sealand has hot women and cheap booze.
Sealand.
I love Sealand. That's always been on my bucket list to go to Sealand. It looks so miserable though. I'd get there and I'd be like, I want to go home.
It's been 5 minutes, sir.
Boop. Here we go.
This guy's got too much energy.
Right? Look at this motherfucker. He thinks he's going to be taking on the legions of the wokes.
This guy just fired half of his shots into the air for no reason.
Right?
And he can't even get his gun out properly.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah, he's interpretive dancing.
Yeah.
He can't even holster his gun right. He's got so much shit on him. Like, bro.
But the tack bros, I love tack bros because they're always like these guys who couldn't even get into like any service whatsoever. So So they just spend all their money on the worst fucking shit. It's just, and they think, oh, when they come for my guns, I'll be ready. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Like, bro, you almost got fucking clapped in the head. Like, you almost got 86, my guy.
Those who think it's cool to sit back in the safety of their mother's basement, make clips.
Oh,
of
I always
video.
love that mother's basement thing, because that's that like that hasn't been valid since like what, the fucking 80s. Plus, guess what? There's plenty of conservatives living at home because they can't afford a house. Who can't? What? Who's responsible for that? The fucking Republicans. That's who. Thanks, Reagan.
And talk shit about me out there on the internet. You little fuckers have no idea.
He
the
looks
life
like
I
Chief
lived.
Hanlon from New Vegas.
41 years working professionally with horses. 30 of
Horses.
those spent as a remote wilderness guide. I did shit on a daily basis that would make you bitches piss yourself. I stood down 9 grizzly bear charges in my life, 5 black bear charges.
9 what charges?
And I won't
Grizzly bears.
stuffed an 8-foot Tom Cougar square in the fucking mug with my walking stick to save one of my dogs.
So what he's trying to tell us is, it gets easier.
I watched 17 horses lose their lives out there. I lost 3 good friends.
3 of them to Vosh. He haunts my dreams.
I've held the lifeless body of my best friend in my arms.
Okay.
I've heard my own
Because I
bones.
accidentally shot him.
I've stitched my fucking body
Well,
twice
he did.
myself.
Speaking of Vosh, he
And
did
I've
mention that he
felt
works
the
with
searing
horses.
fucking heat of a hot brand. You fuckers have no idea what tough is sitting back in your fucking mom's basement.
They say that as a comfort because they look online to the people who mock them and they're probably like happily married with kids and have a good job. And they are like divorced and living their lives because they want to live in these sort of hidden away little extremophile doomer gloomer shit. And suddenly, oh, why are you filing for divorce, honey? That's a sin.
Yeah.
Oh, you're walking out the door with the kids and you're putting a restraining order on me? I guess you were taken in by those liberal lies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm smelling this over projection of insecurity coming from this old bastard. Like, this dude is clearly just bitter, unhappy with himself, unhappy with his life, and he's just projecting it on Twitter for some quick clout. And
Stereotypical alpha male type.
Yeah.
yeah, the Andrew Tates of the world.
I was thinking more people like fucking Wild Bill, though you wouldn't recognize that name, or Trumpster Bob.
Yeah, he's definitely Wild Bill energy.
Mm,
You know, the funny thing is, the guy sounded like he's from Minnesota, which I find a little odd.
oh, yeah, I'm getting a Fargo vibe about him. You know?
Minnesota.
Like, hey there,
Oh,
buddy.
well, he's
You've
not the
been
most
posting this
pathetic.
shit about me on
He's not the most
internet.
pathetic person, because it's Tim Pool by far.
Oh,
You guys are
No.
playing Halo,
Yeah.
split screen multiplayer, ordering pizzas, laughing and chilled all night. Didn't realize you'd be the last time. And there's Vosh's dad
What?
calling him out for being a piece of shit.
Is this like what the fuck is the context for this? Is the
It was
Trump thing
right
or what?
at, yeah, it was like, because your life is the life you knew is over. But this is right after the thing I put in the
How?
thumbnail, which is war. The one that Jeff Holiday is like, I would pay to see you go off to war,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like,
What? Like obviously
yeah.
he's a dumbass, but I'm just curious to know, like, in his mind, why does he think that the life people have is over?
because Trump got convicted of hush money to a porn star.
He's the
And this is somehow going to change everybody's life.
He's a fucking fearmonger. That's why.
Every other
Yeah.
week he says this. There's going to be a civil war. We have to prepare for a civil war. Oh my god, when the liberals come, it's and nothing happens. He just gets bolder and bolder.
Yeah, you know what warmongers those liberals are.
Yeah, yeah. Black Lives Matter. The evil armies of Nazism over the horizon. Actually, he couldn't say that. He'd lose half his fan base. What's wrong with being a Nazi?
Hey, you remember when that known liberal Josh Feuerstein took his assault rifle onto a TV interview with him once? Oh no,
Yeah.
wait. No, wait. He's a far right. Never
Oh,
mind.
and then there's Kyle Rittenhouse, who seems to be gaining a stone by the week. Every time I see him, he looks fatter. He's complaining about
Uh-huh.
this. All these people are bitching and whining and complaining about nothing. That's why, in all fairness, Fox is at this this junction now. Fox News, ever since Tucker left, they can't keep up with this culture war shit anymore, because when they ask the regular Republican voter, they don't give a fuck about trans people. They want lower costs on medicine. They want more likely chances of getting a job. They want all these simple, direct things. Like, why isn't even when Trump was in office, why can't I afford to pay my mortgage? You know, like, it's bullshit all the way down. So they're like, oh, do we double down on the fear mongering? And the answer is kinda, but other people do it better than them now. Newsmax and just randos on here on Twitter.
The thing I find bizarre about people like this is like they're trying to act like so dramatic, like trying to project such gravitas when they say this dumb shit, while they're simultaneously showing they don't even have the most basic information on like how to capitalize a sentence.
No, go back.
Right.
Like, his sentence looks so stupid if it's all in lowercase like that. Like, how are people supposed to take you seriously when you can't even press your shift key once?
So I want to point out something with this post right here with the first two comments. You got that guy.
That's Mark. That's Vosh's dad. Mark.
Yeah, he's like, and look at the amount of likes he gets to this fucking guy named Wall Street Silver.
Those were great years.
Yeah. What fucking great years are you talking about, you fucking dense motherfucker? Like, what? I mean, the year, like, what, when we went to war with Iraq and Afghanistan, or when we had COVID, or when we had a fucking mortgage crisis, or now that we have, the bullshit going on with Israel? Like, what fucking great years are you talking about, bitch?
Let's go back.
Two of the first three replies are fellow blue check marks.
Well, that's an ad. The second one, which has gotten some context on it. Me and the boys hitting up the arcade to impress the ladies. No railing. See, at least you're like what? Why can't you do that now?
No railing. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, you don't need to balance when you're doing DDR. You can do a freestanding, which is extra hard.
Oh.
Which you have to admit, when you see that done right, you're like, oh damn, that person got fucking moves.
Yeah, that's fair.
I miss those days.
You remember that old Six Flags song? It's like. I'm thinking of that song and I'm watching that kid dance.
This guy is a legend.
You should have been bullied more.
We didn't know. Like, all this is just this navel-gazy member berries going back. And you remember at the end of the member berry episode of South Park, they all started, remember the stormtroopers, but like the real ones? Hey, do you remember how great the Third Reich was? It all goes back into this older thing. Like, it's so... Wait, is he complaining about the trans bullets?
Oh.
Call of Duty selling trans pride, and it's from the quartering. Oh, baby.
Oh,
cry more, sweetie. Cry more.
I like how they're like the 30-06s too.
I actually feel sorry for Quartering's editor, because that dude has to fix so much shit that he does when he goes on his drunken tirades.
That car
got wrecked.
Yeah, Free Palestine broke the Philly Pride. All right, whatever. Charlie Kirk, the world's smallest face. There. Let's see. I hope Trump wins. Really, I wouldn't have guessed. Oh, look how they phrase this. Are you with Israel or against Israel?
I hope they find a way to make sure Trump's not allowed to run anymore.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Because it would kind of make sense, seeing that he's a felon.
Like,
right.
What all these fucking
pro-Russia
Israel fuckers are doing is like they're painting it as like, if you're not with Israel, then you're anti-Semite. It's like, we're not anti-Semite. We're anti-Zionists. There's a difference.
June is marriage month.
Oh God.
What?
I think that's.
It's Gavin Pride Month. Okay.
Well, yeah. Hope Gen Z finds these guys cool, because it'd be a huge 180 from whenever it was their age. No, it wouldn't. Wait, hold on. Let's read that right. I hope Gen Z finds these guys cool, because it would be a huge 180 from when I was on their age. But you're not, bald old man. You're not. And the reason I keep calling the fact he's bald when 2 of the 3 of us here are bald is because we fucking own it. I think I heard a story once he goes into a pool with that beanie on. Like, he's so terrified of people knowing that he's getting on in years, and that he's like, his brother actually would like spill the beans on Joe Rogan once about him. Like, he can and never be shown without his beanie on. So of course we have to find a picture of him with no beanie on.
So I actually grew my hair out when I was going through rehab and shit like that, and my hair got so long that it actually had like this, I had like a calic or whatever the fuck they're called, where I actually thought I had a bald spot. I'm just like, oh fuck it, time to just fucking shave it. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Your hairline's receding, like, deal with it. It's comes to aging.
Oh no,
like,
you
I
poor
thought
bastard.
I thought I had a bald spot drawing
on the screen.
and I got my hair cut, and I looked over the spot that I thought that I was having a bald spot, like in the middle of the back of my head, and it's like, no, you're not balding. It's just the hair was all eggies, leggies, my eggies.
More Hillary stuff, as if anyone gives a flying fuck about Hillary. We're gonna remember
the only time I hear anybody talk about Hillary is how much they fucking hate her.
Yeah, no one likes Hillary except for
saying
like,
about her.
Yeah. All right, I can't find the picture in question, but whatever. Like, oh yeah, they think this is almost demonic on how Biden responded to this question.
Mr. President, can you tell us, sir, Donald Trump refers to himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir? Do you think a conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Most powerful man on the fucking planet.
Be on the ballot,
sir. He's channeling his inner dark Brandon.
I'd answer your question, but I got some ice cream and this one girl I'd like to have a conversation with.
No, that was the perfect answer to the question, though. A big grin and then walk away.
Yeah, he's happy enough that he got it, right? Anyway, but yeah, like,
They seriously need to have some sort of rule about no felons can run for president.
Like, high quality interiors? Ooh, oh, it's the same one as before. Yes!
And they chose a gif of Cartman of all people.
I do love. Oh, and it's from Dave. Nice, from Dave Explosion, Cyanide and Happiness.
Actually, funny thing, I don't think I have the image, but there was actually one they made where like all the South Park characters like grow up and become older, and Cartman actually converts to Judaism and becomes.
Yeah, I've seen that episode.
rabbi.
That was the evil. That was the bad timeline.
I'm like, I never thought I'd see something wholesome come out of Cartman. Like,
no, dude, you didn't see the episode. Oh, I'm not going to spoil it.
I meant the image. Yeah, not the episode.
No, there's a reason why he converts to to Judaism, and it is not for a good reason.
Well, I mean, it's Cartman, of course. I mean, if it's by South Park themselves, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But the person edited it to where it's like it's a wholesome thing. Anyway, yeah.
Well, listen. Let's not pretend that this is really making a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, but it is fucking hilarious, and he apparently has many more cases to go for different reasons. Apparently up to 50 for different things at different places. Yeah, so he ain't out the woods yet.
That just goes back to the old meme I saw of the with Homer and Bart. It's like, he's been convicted of 34 charges. Correction. He's been convicted of 34 charges so far.
Exactly. Also, rip to the dog who was Doge. Doge dog died a few days ago. Or like
but what's going to happen to Dogecoin now, you know?
Yeah.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Anarcho-capitalism, one of the ideologies of our time. Its proponents, children aged 12 to 65, advocate for a world with no government and unbridled free market capitalism. ANCAPs believe that taxation is theft and that the only law humans need to coexist on is the non-aggression principle. This is an ideology with some very serious thought behind it. But how did we get from...
No, it's neither. I was going to say, I can't tell if the guy on the top left is Negan from The Walking Dead or Kevin Spacey.
From government bed to the world's first crypto cruise ship and its consequent failure. Let's find out. On the 7th of December 2010, a libertarian speaking event took place, hosted by the Thiel Foundation, named after its founder, Peter Thiel, a major Republican donor who's so far-right, even Republicans are worried he'll take the party down a completely insane path. At that fateful speaking event, Petri Friedman, grandson of libertarian alleged thinker Milton Friedman, gave a speech on seasteading or homesteading at the high seas. The idea boils down to this. We want a libertarian utopia, but governments have claimed all the land already, so let's build a country at the sea instead, where we can start with a clean slate without government rules and interference. Floating cities with millions of people pioneering different ways of living together
Love the
was their vision.
screen.
Among the event's viewers was Chet Elbartovsky, a former defense contractor and anarcho-capitalist crypto bro who was deeply moved by the sheer intelligence of the seasteading idea. He decided to make it a reality. He's one of the founders of Ocean...
Wait, wasn't he the guy who made the floating pods we saw last time?
Builders, if you remember,
Yeah.
together with Grant Roman,
Same guy?
another libertarian crypto
Maybe.
bro.
I mean,
Nice.
having an Asian girlfriend and being a libertarian tends to be hand in hand these days.
They were both featured in
Yeah,
my
C-Pod!
previous video about sea pods. That rough prototype you see on their website
was
was their
fun.
first attempt at seasteading, where Grant and Chet joined forces with German Bitcoin millionaire Rüdiger Koch, who funded the construction. It was to be a tiny but groundbreaking instance of a small libertarian utopia free of government rules and taxation. Elbartovsky declared it to be a big middle finger to all those out there who want to control other people's lives through force. He said this standing on an illegally erected structure on the shores of Thailand, a military dictatorship with a specific law on the books on, quote, endangering national sovereignty, end of quote, punishable by life in prison or execution. Naturally, the Thai government wasn't too happy about that big middle finger to them standing tall and proud within their territorial waters. With the Thai Navy rushing in, Elbartovsky
He
had
looks
to
so shocked that there are things called laws and rules. How has he lived? How does he really think when he's driving down the road that, like, oh, it's a red, you can't tell me what to do, it's a green? Like, it's the meme of the dude, it's the meme of the guy driving while drunk and smoking 20 cigarettes and, like, just vibing. It's like, no.
the country in the dead of night with his girlfriend, a Thai influencer.
They said they built their prototype home in pursuit of freedom. But now they had gone into hiding before the Royal Thai Navy raided their home last weekend. The Navy said the structure was built within 12 nautical miles from shore, and for that, the couple could face charges of threatening the country's sovereignty.
The Thai Navy seized and impounded the prototype. A
That's
shocking
funny,
act
'cause
of
there's
government
a-
aggression against innocent...
Where I was visiting the family when I was out of town last month, or at the beginning of this month. Well, no, it was technically last month now. One of the major cable companies out there is called Shaw Cable.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Got my next video lined
libertarians
up.
who merely tried seizing the land of a military dictatorship while also publicly taunting their government. With Thai Marines' jackboots trampling down on the first prototype, the seasteading dream seemed all but dead. But our crack team of libertarians, now calling themselves seasteaders, weren't
Crack
about to
pipe.
give up just yet. By then, the COVID pandemic had just hit, and there was
I like
opportunity to
eaters.
be had. Grant, Chet, and Rüdiger decided that instead of giving up, it was time to level up. Using Rüdiger's Bitcoin profits, they bought an ocean liner
So he grinded
on the
for
then collapsed
500
market
hours.
for 1/10 of its regular price. They christianed it the MS Satoshi
To be
in honor
fair,
of Bitcoin's
Seasteaders is a good name.
mysterious inventor.
probably the only
Their
good
new
thing they
plan
came
was
up
as
with, though.
follows. Turn the ship into a floating city/crypto hub and fill it with libertarians and crypto bros looking for a fresh start. Then sail the ship around the world on international waters free of government interference, thereby achieving the anarcho-capitalist seasteading dream. And oh boy, did that plan ever go well. They hired a crew wanting to sail the ship from Cyprus to Panama, which I assume was the only country sympathetic enough to the idea of having a bunch of crypto bros parked perpetually near their shores on a fucking ocean liner. Elbartovsky posted proudly about their venture on Reddit, where, however, people were a bit less enthusiastic about the idea. Questions arose such as,
Ah yes, starting a country, no other place to start to go to than Reddit. Yeah, that's...
where do you get the power? Water? Food? Toilet paper? Internet? If the ship is on the shores of Panama and subject to the laws of Panama, why not just live on the shore in Panama? Oh, and the most important question of all, will there be a crypto casino on board? to which the answer was yes,
Yeah.
obviously. And Ched did his absolute best trying to answer all the nitpicky questions. According to him, there would be generators providing power, and the ship would be supplied and maintained by an offshore specialized company. Hang on, I thought this was a self-sustaining libertarian utopia. Also, they envisioned residents operating Bitcoin mining rigs in their cabins. Microwaves aren't allowed, however.
It reminds me of the term for in the UK and here in Ireland, the when you're in prison, the guards are called cranks. That's because in Victorian times there was a box you'd have in a cell, and it would have a number, and every day you were meant to crank that number, and the guard would come in and check it, and if you didn't, you had to do that number and reset for the next day too. It was like your sort of moral punishment. The box did nothing. It was just a crank machine for the sake of cranking. And all I'm picturing now is like you're in this tiny, dinky little cabin in your libertarian, anarcho-capitalistic dream world, and you've just got like this, I don't know, almost like this sort of the hand bike thing at the gym. You know, like you're just slowly building up enough generation that a crappy old computer can produce like 15% of a coin. It's just...
Or maybe he's got, 500 hamsters on wheels.
That would probably be more efficient.
Due to safety reasons. Makes perfect sense. But before the project could even start, our sea-studying heroes began encountering problems. Turns out, operating a cruise ship full of crypto bros is not so simple. Who would have thought? And the idea that international waters are this lawless, aquatic Wild West is more akin to how children envision the world. And also Patrick Friedman, apparently, grandson of one of the foundational thinkers of modern libertarianism. Can you imagine spending your days on the Satoshi at the open sea, surrounded by a bunch of sweaty weirdos? You'd be craving the land after a day. Oh yeah, good old solid ground. Kind of like good old solid news by ground.
Okay, that's a crappy segue. That was a crappy segue.
Coverage. Scrolling down, news is a description of not only
Most segues like that are.
the arrival of the new cruise ship from Cyprus to be sailed further to Panama to make the sea-studying dream come true. And that's when it began to dawn on them that the world might not be as simple as they envisioned. Turns out, international waters are not in fact a lawless Wild West, but governed by a plethora of laws and regulations, which is something they could have found out with a 1-minute Google search. Firstly, ships need to be registered in a country having to fly that country's flag. Consequently, on board the ship, that country's laws will apply. Whew, so much for living free of government. You could just not register your ship, but if you do that, a couple of interesting things will happen to you. For example, common legal protections will cease to apply to you, effectively making you a legal target for piracy, as no nation is really obliged to come to your help should you get attacked, and your massive crew...
Yeah, pirates, assuming they even sail anywhere near pirates, though technically you wouldn't you wouldn't be able to, anyone could do it out in international waters and they wouldn't be held accountable. So yeah, you could start your pirating career. This is a freebie. This is the tutorial mission.
Crypto bros sporting expensive crypto mining gear and other valuables is the mother of all targets for any pirate. Secondly, no port will let you in. A ship's registration is basically its passport.
You have to like
so if you
beach it on the coast. And good luck trying to get that thing off
need to
again.
resupply or seek shelter from a storm, good luck doing that in any civilized port. Thirdly, if you're sailing an unregistered vessel, apparently other nations' ships can just approach you, board you, and bring you under their jurisdiction. Long story short, our heroes ended up buckling to the evil government.
Oh, that looks so sturdy right now, yeah.
Dripping slime.
When I was really young, I actually went on to an old 80s like bulk cruise liner that would go around the Med for booze cruises, and it was going to be renovated. And oh my god, the smell of an old cruise ship, there's very little like it, and it is not a good smell. Like how much if you got an old ship from say 2002 that has been like on like 300 trips in its lifetime with tons of people just fucking it up, all the elements, very little maintenance, you're gonna need the same amount of money you put into it again just to get it up to decent speed.
Pressure and registered their ship to Panama. But seriously, they could have found out all this in advance with like a minute of googling. They hired a skeleton crew to take them through the ocean, a British captain and a crew of 40 or so sailors. According to this article,
I was just thinking, like, with the like how the ship look unclean, and then you were talking about how like they don't clean the ship, and like they end up having to basically buy the ship over again, and it's because they keep thinking in the short term of like, oh, we could clean it for like $400, but let's save that $400, we'll clean it later. Well, suddenly now you have to pay like maybe $800. Like, we'll save it, we'll pay it later, and it just builds and builds and builds, and suddenly you're replacing the ship. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of like, this is why regulations need to exist for private businesses and stuff like that, is because somebody needs to hold them accountable for the cleanliness of the products. Because if nobody's holding them accountable,
that's why food
then
inspectors
they're not
aren't
liable
bad
for
people.
the consequences of the shitty quality of their thing. So like, if this ship is sailing around saying like, oh, we're free of all this government jurisdiction regulation, and the water is shit and the food is shit, then the people that get poisoned by that, they technically can't sue them because there's no jurisdiction that would defend them. So if anything, the people that get onto this fucking cruise ship are A, idiots, and B, they're setting themselves up for failure, because this guy's definitely not going to regulate what the hell goes on in his ship.
No, it's Fire Festival. It's basically just this this childish idea that, oh, we can do anything if we set our mind to it. Yeah, you can do it. You can go out and declare yourself a country, but other people will be like, yeah, you're not an actual country, so.
I mean, yeah, the UN's not going to recognize whatever fucking shit state.
Interestingly enough, though, when he said like any ship can board you and put you under their immediate jurisdiction, that's technically salvage. What he described, you're a big floating loot box for any like bulk hauler just going around, going like, hold on, you have no security at all, no, and you've given up your. Oh, that's another thing. Americans would all, which most of these people are, because dumb money, would have to give up their citizenship to be a part of this, because you can't have dual citizenship. And then, of course, you have to be registered with the UN, who, won't register this for 1,000 different reasons. It's just bullshit all the way down.
The captain, Peter
Speaking
Harris,
of the dual
considered
citizenship
resigning.
thing, that reminded me of something funny that happened to me a few years ago when my mother used to work at American company Dow Chemical before retiring. And at one point, they transferred her to Michigan, so we had to live in Michigan for a few years. So while I was there, I'm getting my driver's license because I was like 19 or 20 or something at the time. I'm getting my driver's license for the States, and of course I already had my Canadian one, right? So I forgot the exact reasons why, but they wanted to see my old Canadian driver's license while they were processing the new one, just to prove that I had one, right? Didn't have to go through all the rigmarole as if I was getting it from scratch. And then after they saw that, they reached for one of those hole punchers that you use to punch holes in paper, and they were going to destroy my Canadian driver's license when they gave me my Michigan one. And I'm like, whoa, give me that back. Why are you just destroying the old one? I'm going to keep that too. What the fuck?
Right.
It's like they just think like, oh, you don't need this anymore. You're here now. You're in the best place on earth.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that they call immigration and naturalization as if, oh, you're becoming an American. Well, you're becoming natural now. What the fuck?
Americans have this unique feeling in the world. Like, I don't think the Chinese think like this. I don't think maybe the North Koreans think like this. This sort of like
guaranteed. Yeah, they would.
Heliocentric set of the idea of the universe, that everything revolves around America all the time. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from someone who is a massive American like simp in many respects. If only because your women put out. But like you guys really don't get the rest of the world is there too, and sometimes might have grievances with you,
Seriously.
after a week, accurately sensing the catastrophe lying ahead. According to him, the ship's new owners, Grant, Ched and Rudiger, knew nothing about shipping. And by that, I don't mean highly esoteric professional industry specifics. I mean basic fucking stuff, such as ships needing a certificate of seaworthiness, which they naturally did not get for the MS Satoshi.
Yeah.
According to the article,
She didn't look
usually the new
seaworthy.
buyer would ensure certificates lasted a couple of months to cover any onward journey, but no one on the Ocean Builder's side had checked. You bought a goddamn ocean liner without even consulting Wikipedia beforehand? After even a cursory Google search, you'll find the Merchant Shipping Act of 1995 makes it a criminal offense to send or attempt to send an unseaworthy ship to sea. Because of this, ocean builders were forced to take their ship into a dry dock to have expensive repairs performed to get their certificate. And believe it or
called
not,
it.
this extreme negligence and complete obliviousness to rules permeated the entire journey. According to the captain, ocean builders
Oh, they
financier
hate rules,
Rudiger
don't they?
Hmm? What?
What'd you
Oh,
say?
I said they hate rules.
Where they're going, we don't need rules. 5 seconds later, I didn't know that was against the rules.
was naive about how shipping worked and had an abhorrence of rules.
Yeah.
He didn't understand the industry. He just thought he could treat it like his own yacht. He bought an ocean liner and thought it was like having a yacht. Oh my god, these people are
Yeah,
literal
right.
children. But Ocean Builder's trials were far from over. As the ship sailed across the Atlantic to Panama, El Bartosky was planning to convince the Panama authorities to let their ship anchor off their coast, registered as a floating residence instead of as a ship. That way they could sidestep all the red tape associated with ships. Sounds logical, but isn't
Traveling,
this
I
something you
wasn't
should have organized
driving.
before setting sail to Panama? Hell, before buying a fucking ocean liner to use it as a floating crypto bro city? So you know you'll have an actual fucking place to put it? No? Okay. Panama, of course, did not find Chad's idea of a floating residence amusing and insisted on keeping the ship registered as an actual ship. But this also meant having to sail 12 miles up the coast every 20 days to let out wastewater, which they weren't allowed to do in Panamanian waters.
Yep.
But there was yet another problem. Turns out ships need to be insured, and, according to the article, no one would agree to cover them. They wouldn't even tell us why we weren't insurable. They just kept saying no, Rowan said. It's kind of hard to remedy something if you don't know what the problem is. That
You're the
sounds rough,
problem.
though I think
Taylor Swift saves the day again. Oh my god, I'm the problem, it's me.
I know what the problem was. Allow me to speculate a bit and roleplay one of their phone calls with an insurance agent. Hi, hello, GM. So we'd like to insure our ocean liner in Panama. Right, so can you describe your planned operations? Yeah, it's like a floating city for crypto bros who want to live free from government tyranny such as taxes. We don't know anything about ships or the sea, but we'll figure it out, I guess. And what we do know is that every room will have a crypto mining rig, and we'll also have a casino. Hello, are you still there? Hello? After trying multiple insurers and
Yeah,
brokers,
insurance agent's
Roman
like,
began to
"Oh my God,
realize
the
that the cruise ship industry was, as he put it, plagued by over-regulation.
Overregulation.
But isn't this something you could have researched before buying a fucking ocean liner? Also, over-regulation. Yeah, sure, dude. Hey, bro, I put together a car from scrap in my backyard, named it the Crypto Mobile, but police pulled me off the road. They said I needed some weird stuff like vehicle lights, speed gauge, insurance, driver's license. The roads are plagued by such an over-regulation, bro. Government's bad.
God, that didn't
And
say
my
it, but
god,
I
there are...
remember his content cop video.
So the costs of operating an ocean liner, which I imagine they also failed to consider. According to the article, just the fuel to keep the Satoshi going was costing them $12,000 per day. Apparently, that's when Rudiger floated the genius idea of replacing the ship's engine with a smaller one, which would merely entail putting the ship in a dry dock and cutting its hull open. Financial troubles soon began to surface, but to handle all the paperwork, they needed months, and even then it wasn't certain they could handle it. But that also meant months of upkeep, which they couldn't afford. To try and bridge this gap, they tried selling the cabins to crypto bros to live in. The problem is, such cruise ships really weren't designed for long-term habitation. Sure, you can spend a few weeks there on a cruise, but imagine trying to live most of your life in your tiny cabin on a ship. You would go insane after a month. And if you're really into crypto and can afford a cabin on the Satoshi, why would you? The author of the article actually reached out to someone who almost bought a cabin, a successful Bitcoin speculator in early retirement. He wasn't sure about the ginormous leap down in luxury, from living in deep residential comfort on land in the US Midwest to living in a very small cabin on board a 30-year-old cruise ship. And, I mean, yeah, kind of. It's a good point. Maybe you could have thought about this before buying a fucking ocean. But even those who didn't mind the step down in luxury were slated to be strangled by regulations, drowning in them, if you will. For example, want to have a pet on board? Well, your pet shall not exceed 20 pounds, and should it disturb the peace more than 3 times per month or 5 times per year, it shall no longer be permitted on board. Pet-related conflicts shall be resolved according.
These almost sound like rails. They sound like rules.
According to Section 5/F of the Satoshi Purchase Agreement or Section 4F of the Satoshi Master Lease where applicable. Dogs shall only be permitted in cabins with balconies, and owners are advised to buy a designated porch potty. Throwing animal waste overboard shall result in a fine of $200. Unsurprisingly, nobody was buying the cabins to be living perpetually on the MS Satoshi. But even if they did, how would ocean builders cover the ship's operating costs? Just the fuel is $12,000 per day, even if they managed to get the daily cost of everything to...
What?
That says $12 per day.
Yeah.
To say $2,000 per day, that's still $60,000 per month.
$112,000 per day.
As far as I know, the cabins were supposed to be one-time purchases. How would they cover the recurring costs in this anarcho-capitalist, no government, no taxation utopia? Oh, I know. What if the inhabitants would pitch in part of their monthly income into a common fund in order to keep the settlement running? We could call this...
we could call that taxes? Taxes?
Taxation. I have no idea how they would have financed all this, though something tells me
I love
they
how,
had no...
without trying, that they just create a standard, society.
No idea either. Their response to this must have been their usual one, namely, we're looking forward to people's innovative solutions to the problem. Oh, and apparently Rüdiger Koch wanted to open a hospital on the ship for medical entrepreneurs. 2 words that should never be uttered together under any circumstances.
Oh, I know what that would be. It would be like the Russian dude who claims he can get keep people's heads alive in jars, but the Russian government won't give him the funding. Or it would be all those Botox women who, like, 2 weeks afterwards their asses collapse in on themselves, like that.
Here's the thing as well, is I think most libertarians would like watch this and they'd be like, yeah, these guys are fucking stupid.
Imagine getting injured, and as you regain consciousness in the ambulance, the paramedic tells you, don't worry, we're taking you to the crypto clinic where a medical entrepreneur will take a look at you. I would rather take a cyanide pill. As the MS Satoshi was sailing towards Panama, our hero was presumably set down to take stock of the situation. They had an uninsurable ship which they couldn't use as a floating habitat, eating up vast amounts of money each day which they couldn't afford, as they tried selling cabins which nobody was buying, while at the same time drowning...
You know what they'd make more money as? If they were to sail it to east, like the Horn of Africa, and actually become pirates. Like, if they had instead, like, just gotten a bunch of guns and started holding people up, they'd make way more money.
Paperwork with their money running out.
Ship in the world. Like, they'd never catch anybody.
Fast.
But they would try.
Ooh, they could raid towns then instead.
According to the article, that's when
it would be all those fat guys from earlier with
and started using them
bros.
alone. They're just children.
Vikings.
Tech row Vikings. To Valhalla!
And these people are just children.
Nice.
At that point, the seasteading dream was all but dead. They decided to sell the Satoshi. But oh, what's that? COVID pandemic, the entire cruise ship industry being dead? Right, so they couldn't even sell it. Therefore, they made the painful decision to instead scrap the Satoshi, and with it, their dream of anarcho-capitalist seasteading. They found a shipbreaking company in India that would buy up their ship. So they made the deal and... Hello? What's that? Baza convention?
Yeah, India is the biggest place for shipbreaking in the world. And it's so, like, untechnological. They literally just have a huge beach and they just plow all these old ships onto them, and then thousands of people who, like, their whole family is this. They just go to the ships and they just rip it apart. And while it's happening, the families debate with each other who gets what on the beaches in these huge sort of like summits, and what percentage of the metal
after they've already started.
Yeah, and like it's like bingo. It's actually like a leftover of the caste system, because it's all the families doing the same thing over and over again, and it's always done by women. So it's like the mothers all sit down and like debate like the value of the metal. It's so weird because you get like these advanced like ships coming out of these dry docks and like Tokyo and fucking San Francisco and the like, and then in 10 years there's just people with like old rusty tools ripping it out for the copper wire, you know?
Is that some kind of cryptocurrency? Oh. Oh. Well, I guess we'll have to innovate our way out of this one. Turns out if you're disposing of a ship, it qualifies as hazardous waste, which you are not allowed to bring from a country that signed the convention, Panama, to a country that did not, India. Our heroes were once again stuck with their cruise ship, until presumably by some accident, a cruise ship company run by actual adults heard of their situation and bought the Satoshi, renaming it Ambiance. At least those idiots could sell it for a little more than they bought it for, which should have helped them kind of break even. How can anyone be this fucking stupid? I'm genuinely baffled by these people. 99% of their problems could have been fully avoidable through a cursory 5-minute Google search. Instead, they just charged in, zero plans, zero understanding, head empty, maritime law, insurance, certificates, whatever bro, we'll just innovate or something. Government's bad. I remember acting like this when I was an ADHD-ridden 8-year-old child, when I suddenly got the idea in my head that I would build a fortress. So I just began putting together some old wooden planks I could find. I had no plan or conceptualization of what I was doing. All I had was this vague vision of some wooden fort. Needless to say, all I had in the end was a couple of planks stuck in the mud. And these people did what I did only as fucking adults. And not just with some old planks, but with an ocean liner. There is something about being a crypto/tech bro that turns people into children. Or maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's the crypto tech stuff that draws in all the adults with the brains of children.
Sir?
Yep.
The Lambo's ready. What?
So this was the saga of the MS Satoshi, a tale of shocking incompetency.
Oh, you missed out on a weird time. That was Cryptoland. They were gonna buy off an island. And they had that whole animation that was just the biggest in-joke, reference.
You gotta look up that cartoon to watch for yourself later.
Yeah, it's a chunky one, but a big shock. It just went nowhere. Anyway, let's move on to something shorter and something more British.
I'm making school lunches from around the world and rating them to see which country hates their kids the most. And today, it's Brazil. Brazil actually has the second largest free school lunch program in the world, reportedly often using a wide range of local ingredients that are usually dependent on region, with a focus on teaching students about healthy eating habits and the cultural significance of their food. But what does a Brazilian school lunch actually look like? It's going to be different with every school and region, but it could be a plate of rice, roasted chicken, a black bean stew, cassava chips, a really interesting cheese bread that I definitely messed up, some fresh fruit, I've gone with papaya, and a vegetable salad that I forgot to put on the tray. It seems unfair to give these a rating now, as I'm often making these things for the first time and doing it completely wrong, but overall, I like what's on offer here, so it gets a solid...
I like the concept of this stuff. This looks like a really good school lunch. And yeah, this guy just does weird random props.
Yeah, at one point he would he'd like grate carrots with like DS games, and then one episode he got them to see if they still work, and all but 2 of them can still work perfectly fine.
That's Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, they used to build things to match. Now this is cool. Although obviously the Irish government's pissed off about it. Around Dublin, there are these huge the Poolberg chimneys. There used to be a power like a generator, and they're kind of iconic for a chunk of Dublin. But that beach there along the side is actually where my college used to be. So I used to see these things every fucking day. But they've been shut down since like the early 2000s, I think. And yeah, these guys skydive through them.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my beach there. That's Sandy Mount. Wow.
That's risky for a lot of people, I feel like.
Yeah. I always feel like I know I'm going home when I see them out the side of the window on a plane. Because over there is my old hometown, Swords, and the Dublin airport's right next to it. So Would you ever try a flight suit?
I don't know. Looks fun though.
Absolutely not.
I'd have to start with skydiving.
Parachuting first. You know?
Yeah. I've done power gliding where you're on the back of a boat and they let you go and then you got the huge thing on the back.
Yeah, yeah.
That was fun.
I wonder how much of a strain these flight suits are on your limbs, though. That looks really tough to do.
I imagine you have to like physically train. I can't imagine this, if we did this tomorrow, you know.
Oh, that would be a disaster.
Yeah.
We would be dead.
Wow. I like the smoke trail. That's practical as well as aesthetic, so they can track you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's this? From
Speaking
Mickey?
of flight stuff, I put a link in chat there.
Oh, I was meant to do this earlier, so while I look for that link.
Refers himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir?
I don't know why the Elder Scrolls, but sure, why not?
Do you think
Speech.
the conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Could you be on the ballot, sir?
Athletics.
Look from
Your
the elder
spacecraft
means.
has increased.
Wait, hold on. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women are created by the, you know, the thing.
That's totally a Bidenism.
Here we go. Biden. This is for corn pop. I've heard others say the same. Good day. Bye. And then it should be immediately followed by a hello. All right. Let's have a look at the link you could have sent me. Yeah, we've been meaning to look at your trip to Vancouver in more detail.
This specific one was something that happened a little bit in. We were flying just barely over the clouds a little bit. Just watch the surface of the clouds.
Oh, is this the one with the
rainbow thing?
Oh, no, this is different.
No, watch this. Just watch it like close to the middle there.
You showed us.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Where else is a good one? Where's the takeoff one?
I can just go through your list and see here. Be under shorts, wouldn't I?
Yeah. A couple of them are videos as well, but...
Flow plane to Vancouver. Ooh, boat. I like looking at boats from the air. Gives a good scale. Hello?
Yeah, this is one of those big cargo ships.
Moving image. There we go.
There it is.
If you're enjoying the stream, folks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and maybe help us out with the stream goal. That'd be big old help. Very much appreciated. Otherwise, we'll eventually have to start running ads on this during the when we're looking at videos and shit. We're gonna have to skip ads and shit, and well, no one wants that. So anything helped, greatly appreciated. Link in the doobly-doo.
Doobly-doo.
Sailboats. Yes. When I see stuff like that, it always reminds me of the old SimCity 4 building like landscaping. There's always something so crisp about building like coastlines and shit. And it makes me want to play SimCity 4. I was dog shit at making good cities.
By the way, as a side note, it's hard to zoom in on your phone while keeping the the camera steady.
True.
Yeah, there's a lot of little islands dotted between the major island and the mainland there.
Yeah. Oh.
So that was kind of the fun thing about the trip, is you just got to see a lot of nice views out the window. Just a little half-an-hour trip.
Your trip seemed very nice. This seems so much cooler.
Flying on a freaking...
Oh.
Wait for it.
What is this?
What the fuck?
No way.
The hell?
What kind of vehicle is that anyway?
It's like one of those, I think it's one of those airboat things, but it's being like moved up so much that it's giving its own lift.
Jeez.
I've never seen them in the flesh, but I think I've seen them on off. Like, you usually see them around people with, like out in the bayou and shit like that. Alright, I'm still gonna start getting rid of some of these older ones. We've got a lot of stuff to pick from. Oh, this is interesting. Because I've heard people constantly ask, could you have baby with yourself?
Take your own bone marrow and fertilize your own egg and have a kid with yourself.
This has been turning my mind into a goddamn pretzel. The idea is if you could take somebody's stem cells, turn that into a sperm, and then use that to fertilize an egg, then maybe you could have a lesbian couple that could have a baby together with their commingled DNA. But if you can do that, could you do it to yourself? And if you could, that baby would be what exactly? Would it be a clone? No, actually it wouldn't. I've done some math. It would be way worse than that. Seems like it would be a clone, right? Because it's the only genetic material would be the parent's material. But the way gametes work is they swap a bunch of DNA before they get made into gametes that have like half of the amount of genetic information of all the rest of your cells in your body. So in this thought experiment, the child would have only DNA from their parent, but they wouldn't have all of the DNA from their parent. They'd have 25% fewer total genes. 50% of the genes would be the same copy on each chromosome.
So there's a word for that, and it's called inbred. You'd be creating an inbred child. In the truest
That's the
form.
ultimate inbreeding. There's no genetic variation at all.
Right? It would just...
You would basically poop out a Joffrey Baratheon.
Kind of.
No, like one that's like starting to melt.
The Watto from Total Recall. Only yeah, it would just be like this blob. Yeah, don't you know, you need two to tango. You don't ever have to see the person. I'm actually a donor on an app. You never have to actually see each other if you don't want to. Technology has come a long way. But nothing can replace the joy of Kitty. Look at Kitty.
That description confuses me. What is a nun cat?
My nun cat, I guess, like, doesn't want a cat. So, like, but...
Maybe?
Doesn't seem happy.
Being violated.
You're being violated.
He is super happy.
Look at the floof.
Oh,
big stretch.
So fuzzy.
Oh, it's making noise.
Aw.
What are you doing? I don't want you. Oh, my turn. Yay.
Aw. I used to, when I was really, really fat, my fully grown cat used to be able to lay on my chest like that.
I love those super tiny kitten little mews. They're the cutest thing.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Somebody filmed a Yakuza festival in Japan, but like these
Why is there a Yakuza festival?
Because Yakuzas, alright, so there's a misconception about Yakuzas. They are gangsters, but they're actually also officially government-registered gentlemen's organizations. Basically, imagine if, like, say, the 4-H Club ran heroin on the side. You know, like, the idea was that it would get you off the streets and, like, would give you focus. But also, you know, we're moving all these bootlegs sneakers out from the docks at Yokohama. You know, like, it's
weird.
It is, and they've been focusing now...
It still feels weird to have a festival, though.
Well, yeah, they're celebrating who they are, because they are a very old part of Japanese history. But they're also rampant gangsters, so, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like, it just...
How are you?
Have you ever seen any Yakuza movies, like, from the 80s and shit? Oh, is that One Piece? He's got a One Piece Yakuza tattoo! Fuck yes! The weebs have infiltrated everywhere. Oh, I saw a what was it? You know the priests who sanctify the ring before sumos go at each other. He was I just saw this random picture, and he was wearing a kimono, but the kimono was Pokemon Red to celebrate like the 20-year anniversary of Pokemon Red and Blue being released.
Nice.
Yeah, it's their culture is like so interwoven with their products. It's really kind of awesome and unique. I love Japan.
Nice chopper.
What I like about
Sugoi.
like if you want to pause it, like what I do kind of respect about like some of the mafia groups and yakuza groups is that they're not like the fucking street gangs you hear about with like drug deals and all that other shit. Is that they do have their kind of own screwed up moral code where like they don't beat women, they don't mistreat women.
Well, they claim, but how often?
Not all the time, mind you. It's not a black and white situation.
No.
But they for the most part they do have like a little bit of decency about them. Like when 9/11 happened, the mafia actually did help victims of 9/11. Not that anybody's gonna fucking talk about it because it's the mafia, but they offered like a little bit of relief. They offered money and shit like that, and it's obviously that money has to be donated anonymously because we can't be tied to the mafia. Blah blah blah. Same thing with the yakuza, is that they have oh god, not Nick Fuentes.
Speaking of the yakuza.
Yakuza.
Hey, the yakuza. There you go. But yeah, no, I mean
the right-wing mafia.
The yakuza and the mafia. They've done some good. I mean, are they bad people? Oh, absolutely. But have they done good? Yeah, they have.
All right. I just want to point out that you must be fucking up really bad when Nick Fuentes says he won't vote for you.
I know all the people on the Trump team that are.
We're doing something very right.
People on the Trump team.
Well, yeah, but he wants him to vote for him. Like Trump wants him to vote for him, just like he wanted. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that like he just needs he needs every vote he can get. It's like the libertarian, or he thinks that now because he's getting arrested, like maybe the black vote will count.
So, do you remember the French guy that partnered with this is fucking ancient history by this point. Andy Worski. Do you remember Andy Worski?
Yep.
The French guy that partnered with, I think it was French Canadian actually.
JF Garipi.
Yeah, I actually popped into a stream that he was hosting. He being the French Canadian dude, and Nick Fuentes was there. And I actually said something that got under Nick Fuentes' skin, and I said that he has the most punchable face I've ever fucking seen, and that for some reason fucking bothered him. Like he had like a little snarky remark or whatever, but I could see in his face that he was actually offended.
Good.
Yeah.
He doesn't get why people don't like him. Like he doesn't understand, but he's so unpleasant. He's so unpleasant.
He's a fucking moron.
He's massively in the closet. He's incredibly racist. He is. Oh no, that's not for joke. He's posted gay porn twice now on stream that he was watching.
Yeah.
As opposed to the most punchable voice, which is Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. And those two can't stand each other.
God, yeah, fucking lock them in a cell together and let them fight to the
that are on
death.
side.
I think Ben would be able to kick this dweeb's ass.
Put this guy in too.
I would actually root for Ben Shapiro.
They feel exactly the same way as I do. They feel exactly
not by
the
much.
same way. Many of them are borderline
but
considering quitting politics.
I'm just rooting against Nick Fuentes
because of their experience with Trump. And they see that it is the same game.
How great! That should be such a positive thing. They're thinking of quitting politics due to their experience with Trump. Like that should be a giant support. Like, oh, that's actually kind of good.
That we played in the first term,
yeah.
Which is battling the Jews in the White House, battling the neocons, battling the Israel firsters. I think the Groypers are going to withhold the votes. It's going to.
Oh yeah, the Groypers. All 80 of you are going to not vote for anyone.
Yo, Kyle Kalinske had a fucking field day with this piece of shit over that. I guess he was doing a stream or something, and like it just randomly played like some like gay porn or something like that at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, and then he alleged like, oh no, we were hacked. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. It'll be based on what his response was to it, because it was so elaborate, so detailed, that I'm just like, I think he's actually making that up. I do think he was a legit hack, but all the same, I still think it's funny that somebody bothered to do that to him. And regardless if it's true or not, it's still humiliating on his end.
No. At this point, we have a long-standing rule on this channel that, like, if you are in the closet, That's your own demon. Don't try to push it to someone else. Because just like the way Tim Pool is afraid of being bald, you think we'd be supportive of him. Oh fuck no, he's a piece of shit, and he's very self-conscious of the fact that he's bald. So it's all gloves off. And this fucker, if he was anyone else, I'd be like, oh, like I feel sorry for him. But he would be a lot happier if he just came out and admitted that he was gay. But he's fucking David Duke knows of him and is like, oh, this guy's gay. Like, hey, this guy needs to admit to himself that he's gay. But he'll never do that while he can grift off the gripes, basically.
Well, he won't, like, let's say Nick Fuentes is secretly gay, which he probably is.
Totally is.
He can't come out and say that because then he'll alienate the audience that he's trying to appeal to because they don't.
Well, he already has. He's lost a massive. He's no longer the big powerhouse that before Jan 6 in the the far right community. They've moved on. Some are even claiming, like the way Alex Jones was being claimed of. Oh, we have to get to Alex after this, because that was some hilarious shit. That he's a plant by the CIA and the Jews. Like that Nick Fuentes is a plant because he's gay.
You know what I also find funny is how does anybody remember Milo Yiannopoulos?
Of course.
Yeah, sadly.
Does anybody remember how irrelevant he's been over the past
Yeah, he tried to reinvent himself first by being gay but conservative, and then being gay but trying to find God, then finding God and secretly not gay. But here's the thing: every year he loses more and more money, and now he's no one's heard of him in a long while. He had to flee back to
that guy.
Yeah, he was a scumbag. He was a grifter with no. I'm actually surprised though. Milo stuck, but Sargon. Milo left, but Sargon's still around. It's so fucking weird. Sargon's so unappealing, and the Quartering, both of them are so pathetic and unappealing, and also kind of look similar. And yet they fucking they've stuck around, but someone like Milo's gone. Milo has a broader appeal. Like, or at least at first glance, before they opened their fucking mouth and all the stuff about the no stuff happened. It's just
which I think Sargon just posted a video today that may or may not have something to have done with Trump. I'm not sure. Okay, it just says we are still alive, but the timing of it makes me wonder.
I need to find the.
I mean, I used to be part of like the. I guess they were the unofficial anti-SCW group. I used to be part of them, but they got to a point. I would say this was around maybe 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. Is I started to see the cracks in the walls with these people, and I'm like, these guys are going to turn on each other because they've been calling up the same people over and over, and the content's not bringing in the views that they wanted to bring in. So I'm like, okay, I'm on Patreoning all these people. I'm unsubscribing.
Well, that's the same thing with Bloodsport and IP2.
Literally, like that. You had the Bloodsports, you had all this other shit going on, and the second I dipped out, they start turning on each other. I'm like, whew, dodged a fucking bullet there. I got to dodge in a fucking hurry, and I am grateful that I did that because I did not want to be associated with any of those fucking douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out they were as bad as the people they were calling out.
Hold on, I'm gonna go and quickly look at this because I want to find that footage of Alex Jones. Alex Jones.
I will say though that I mean I haven't watched this shit in a hot minute, but I do believe Jeff Holiday had a little bit of a recovery from his whole crap.
Oh, you have been out of the loop indeed. He is well past that now. He's been mostly focusing on like medical fuck-upperies and the occasional religious fuck-upperies.
I kind of wanted to see that plant breathing though. That last screen you had up looked neat.
Oh, I can if it's still there, we can go afterwards.
Just hit the back button. Just hit the back button.
I'm terrified that like some titties will show up or something. So I've got a screen.
I mean, unless the thing moves, which happens sometimes. Yeah, that.
No, that's.
Incredible of a plant.
It's breathing. Not actually a GIF or anything. Oh,
no,
never mind.
Not.
It's just an image. Yeah,
damn it.
All right. So here is.
But yeah, no. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna move on from it now, so you might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm glad. I'm assuming you said that Jeff Holiday's moved on to like calling out medical malpractice and that kind of shit. Like that's good, and I want the guy to do well. He had a little fuck up with Kraut and T and the doxing thing, but hey, listen, people do stupid shit all the fucking time. You know, preaching to the choir here myself because I've done a lot of stupid shit on my YouTube stuff, my Twitch, everything. Yeah, no, like if he's moved on and he's doing bigger and better things, then good for him. Great. I believe people can change. Well, I mean, some people can change, but yeah. Anyways.
All right. So on the thumbnail, we had Alex crying and bitching, but it actually has ironically nothing to do with Trump. To pay off his Sandy Hook bills, he's had to sell his ranch, and here's his response:
"Beat these people." I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight.
I know it has.
These people hate
Why
our
did you
children.
fight it in the first place?
We're gonna beat these people.
We're gonna beat these people.
He sold it. He sold it just before June, so they're gonna convert it into a ram ranch.
Oh, that would be so fucking great if like a gay couple bought off the ranch.
Yeah.
You know, with the sideburns and shit, he kind of looks like a general from the United States Civil War.
I'm not trying to be
Yeah,
dramatic
he's almost
here,
got
but it's
mutton
been
chops
a
going
hard
on
fight.
there.
These people hate our children.
People hate our children. How about the dead children that you said weren't real and actors and didn't exist? And then you started showing where the people lived. How about you find out that there's blood in your stool tomorrow there, big guy? You're a horrible person, and I couldn't be happier this is happening. Oh, no, I would declare a fatwa if I could. You know, like, I don't like this dude. Never have, never will. Like, I can't feel sorry for him. He is a bad person. He is a bad person. And I could find out later he's like mentally ill and believes all this shit. I would just be like, okay, so that's his reasoning, but that doesn't justify the stuff he said over the years. And now, like Trump, people are taking him into account and he thinks he's a victim. No, he's not. Except maybe bad genetics. Ooh, maybe he was the result of the first person trying to have their own kid with themselves.
Yeah.
And it produced Alex Jones. Yeah.
And I'm going to try to keep this down to a statement because I know we talked about this last night or night before last or whatever. I like how quick people are to jump on defending Trump and the guilty verdict, but yet they're fucking crickets when it comes to the whole Gaza situation.
Boop. Now this is some positivity.
Oh.
Can all be negative. Born without limbs, playing Metallica with his mouth. Hell yeah. Pop, 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 pop. Hands down, that's the most impressive thing I've seen all day.
Hands down, I see what you did there.
Look how subtle the mouth movements are. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had that made custom for him, or if it's like you can buy these. Hell yeah.
So I linked you a video of a guy. He did a cover of if Rammstein did the "You Spin Me Around Right Round" song. He actually, you might be able to pick it up, but his arm, one of his hands, excuse me, is actually deformed. But he's still.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you'd notice it. Won't listen to too much of it because of copyright.
Really gets me is he sounds exactly like the lead singer of Rammstein.
I mean, I'm not sure he does because I can understand what he's saying.
Well, yeah, because Linderman sings in German.
I mean, I understand a bit of German, but not a lot. I love that.
Yeah, this dude's fucking amazing. He's
Nice.
fucking awesome.
Munich Productions.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. To the audience, give him a watch, give him a subscription. This dude is fucking talented as shit.
Bop, bop. This may look outdated, but Vietnam actually leads the world top-of-the-line machinery specifically designed to kill the people operating it.
Wow. Ooh, nice.
That looks safe.
Oh man, Oat should have a field day with that shit.
Wow.
I'm just wiggling it at the control. Jesus Christ. He seems like he's both used to this and still means that he's all the more wary. Like he knows what will happen.
You know what this is making me think of is like when you're struggling with the printer when it keeps jamming every time you're trying to scan.
Yeah. I like
He has to put it back.
I like all the dexterity checks he has to roll to dodge it.
There must be splinters where there were no splinters before.
when the tree is dead but it's still fighting back.
Right?
Look, he doesn't even look like he's doing anything proper with his with the hand. He's just with the control. He's just moving it back and forth.
Well, not even that. Like he has no like protection of any kind on his face.
I was just gonna say that. Like,
oh yeah, let's get a stick in there. That's gonna make it better.
Oh, you idiot!
I was gonna say that, Luka. Like, there's all these splinters flying around, and he's got no goggles on or anything.
Hey, at least he has gloves. They took them years, but they finally gave him some gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and now it's stuck underneath the rollers. Great. There we go. It would have been easier and quicker to use a fucking, like, switchblade.
You'd be better off just using a fucking hatchet at this point.
Yeah.
There was something from Japan here that... Here we go. Found the only place in Japan where they serve you dabs. I didn't know it was legal in... It was legal in Japan. Nice.
How often they clean that thing?
It looks fairly clean, although I can't really tell what the...
Are you talking about the, are you talking about the vape or her mouth?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to make a sexist joke there real quick.
Of course.
How is that sexist?
Yeah, dental hygiene's important, or else you don't get your lasagna.
Your flavorless lasagna. Yeah, we brought it full circle.
Oh, I have no idea what this is, but look at this title.
Fuck.
Psychotic aunt robs baby of her vegan virginity.
Huh?
Yeah, let's find this out together. Also, I haven't said this yet, and this is a weird time for me to fucking say it, but fuck it, I have to get my quota in. Happy Pride!
Imagine that this is your
Eating
baby.
ribs to a baby.
And you ask
Anyone who engages in vegan phobia should be punished under the umbrella of a hate crime. What?
your
Also,
sister to babysit.
You wouldn't even give ribs to a non-vegan baby either.
True. You shouldn't give.
They're
You
not
shouldn't
old
give.
enough to fucking eat that shit.
Yeah, it's gonna throw it back. Maybe at most get like a dab of like barbecue sauce so they can taste the barbecue sauce at most.
Yeah, maybe.
For a little while.
That's
because
weird.
You have to run some errands.
Errands.
This kid's like,
Imagine that you
holy
tell your
shit, what is that?
It's Megamind! What the fuck? Paint them blue and it's Megamind.
Get it,
That
champ!
you are
Get it!
vegan,
He's like,
you
oh
don't
yeah,
want
give me
your
that
baby
rib.
to eat
Give me,
any
give me.
animal products. You trust your sister. Because you
Look, she's trying to make this like so horrific, but look how happy the baby is.
I like how there's this gaslighting shit going on with the fucking voice person. Where it's like you trust your sister because you think it's like
you think
oh,
your
they're
sister loves
gaslighting.
you and respects you. But when you're not looking, your sister takes
kid.
the dead body part of an innocent animal who doesn't want to die
Hey, you never know.
and
That cow might
feeds
have
it to
mauled
your
somebody.
child. Then she makes
Don't kid yourself, Billy. Given a chance, that cow would kill you and everyone you ever knew about. Do do do
The
do.
thing is that the funny thing is that herbivores actually kill humans more than carnivores.
The video.
I'm going to Bovine University.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, hippos.
The feedback she gets isn't of people scolding her for being cruel and betraying her sister's trust. The feedback she gets is praise.
She's so pissed off that her vegan all right, here's the thing. The bigger issue is don't give a kid barbecue ribs, okay? They're too young. Like they're too young.
It's a choking hazard.
Yeah, it's a choking hazard. Their system isn't developed yet.
Although to be fair on that point, they are just like letting the kid sort of taste the outside of it.
Yeah. But
They're
this
being careful with it. They're not just like, here's something full of bones. Have fun, kid.
Yeah. Here's a fried fish. Here's a haddock. Or no, a ray. Enjoy all the bones.
Yeah, they're just like, here, have a taste of the outside of this.
World we live in,
the vegan phobic.
Mother cannot even trust her own family.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
how do you give this child an option?
Oh my god.
This is like if, alright, change it from food to being gay, and like the kid is next to a pride flag, and then this woman's super religious. I turned my back, and the woman I knew since I was a child introduced my baby to sin. She's gonna go to hell now because she knows about gay.
The big gay.
Millions of people have seen this video.
And it's
have
hilarious.
Commented that they think it is funny.
Yeah.
And they somehow think that this
It
is
is.
proof that the
It's
baby
awesome.
wants the meat.
Look how happy the baby is! Yes!
Are you fucking brain dead? You goddamn frog?
You gotta love these videos that are just big cell phones, eh?
This meat is covered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Which is made
Mm-hmm. Sure
of
is.
salt, sugar, and spices.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is enjoying the barbecue sauce.
But
which is
not the
vegan.
meat. Oh, which is vegan. Oh, God. This woman needs to, like,
Maybe
become a Muslim.
both.
And have, like, those weird TV shows you get in the UK sometimes where it's, like, a call-in to, like, how to be a good Muslim in, like, Britain and shit like that. And she's like, oh, well, you can have alcohol, but, you know, it has to be in the glory of Allah. You know, like, fucking workarounds.
You know what irritates me
We've
about
shown this
videos
one
like
before as well.
Is that
TikTok banned my foot.
What the
I think they know what they're doing. TikTok banned my food. Or my
No,
pool.
my
Is it
foot.
pool? Oh, your foot.
Foot.
Oh, well. No foot fetish for you then. But what I hate about those videos is that they're obviously, I think they're trolling. Like, I think they're self-aware.
No. We've seen Vegan Teacher before. We've actually shown her, and it's racism is wrong. You may recall this one. We'll move on after.
At this beautiful child. Beautiful eyes. Beautiful smile. Beautiful curly hair.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful
Is there a
skin.
pit stop between now and the fucking point?
Look how adorable she is.
The entire thing is a pit
What
stop.
do you think about the idea of banning cruelty, but not words?
Okay.
You
you
can't
think
do
of
that.
some
You
words
can't do
right
that.
Now that are banned?
Well, she's going to give you an example of how to make things okay.
What are they?
And Amanda the
What are some of the
Explorer.
words that you're never allowed to write? And how did we get this way in society? Is banning words a good idea? When does it
Depends on
end?
the words.
If we say we can't say the N-word, but then people ban even saying the N-word, then the N-word becomes the X-N-word. The N-word that used to be the other N-word.
Right.
And it never ends. It just goes on and on and on.
She's going to eat that pig.
What about other words? The F word, the C
We
word.
can't do this thing
R
because of
word,
this imaginary
the S
situation
word.
I imagined.
When does it end when we start banning language?
Also, you don't ban words. You punish
Is it a good
people for
idea,
saying the
really?
words.
Or is it better?
I mean, that's true.
To
It's not
just
illegal to
reframe
say that word. It
hurt us.
just has consequences
Yeah,
when you do.
we could all say the
Exactly.
word right now. We're not I'm not going to, and I'm going to hope
Yeah,
that neither
nor
of you
am I.
are. Yeah.
It's-
But that in
It's
itself...
freedom of speech, but
yeah.
not freedom from
Of
consequences.
consequences,
of the words
right,
you say.
yeah. The great country of Niger.
Whoa.
It's not
Well, excuse me, do you have something against the great country of Niger, one of Africa's most up-and-coming developments right now?
So in there is this channel, and it's the U.S. presidents play like various video games.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen
they
that.
actually brought like Obama was getting so fucking riled up at Trump for like saying it's the N word, and I think it ended up being like Nicaragua or something like that. And Obama's like, "You motherfucker!" And
hold on. We're getting into it now.
Like she might be naturally intelligent.
See, she made the word good.
This is why Raisin brings up that this person might still be a troll.
Yeah, we showed this. We showed this before.
I'm kind of torn. I'm like, is this person being serious, or are they just fucking screwing around with people?
Well, this actually alters my perception of the barbecue sauce baby thing a little bit.
I think this person is trolling. I genuinely think they're fucking trolling.
Well, here you are, Krendar. Here's something for you, as it's Canadian.
Ooh.
McDonald's has released the churros and masala flavored fries.
Holy shit, I've never heard of this, but I would eat the shit out of some masala fries.
I'd give both of those things a go. Maybe not the churros. I don't know. It depends.
I would avoid the churros just because they'd be more sugary. But then again, I'm also avoiding fries in general right now for the most part. So, moot point, I suppose.
I go to
They're
McDonald's.
probably both delicious. Is the point though?
Yeah.
Those churros look fucking delicious though. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yes, cinnamon sugar fries. Sure, why not?
Oh, this is important.
Although I bet you though that Indian people would laugh their ass off at the idea of masala fries, because I think the word masala just means sauce or something like that.
Sauce fries.
Sauce fries.
Yeah.
If you remember, we've been getting into the cheese man. Well, I told you we saw him a long while ago, and I found the video.
It's just an ordinary bridge.
It's not just a bridge, it's ominous.
Ominous? What do you think's gonna happen?
What the hell? Oh my
It's just a bridge.
It's just an ordinary bridge.
It's when you wander, like you're wandering through Dark Souls, you're just having a good time, like, yeah, I killed all those enemies, and then boom, room shuts off, and it's like, oh shit, boss time.
Yeah, this is the first time we ever saw the cheese man. We had no idea of the cheese lore that went in for so long. Like there's so much. Yeah, it's an Avengers style multiverse of the cheese man.
Yeah, this is not a single video. This is a whole thing.
Yeah. What's this?
It's got a whole damn arc.
Roll call.
Yeah.
Oh no, not this. This.
It doesn't have an arc. It has a cinematic universe.
Oh, who's up for a fight in the street? Oh, they took it down, dicks. It was a fight in Dorset Street. Just a bunch of lads randomly punching each other for no reason. I will never see its like again. Yeah, it's very Irish. And it was the middle of the day too, which is extra Irish.
YouTube gonna YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person might have taken it down or something. Now this, on the other hand, is fucking metal. Okay. He fires the firework gun, right? Already off to a good start. They hit a fire tower that then fires back fireworks and then sets off more fireworks.
Damn.
Okay, holy.
How long did it take him to get that right?
Rammstein in Serbia. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's some metal shit.
Fucking Lindman or whatever the fuck his name is.
That guy must have been practicing his crossbow accuracy.
Right? A slight change in the wind would fuck shit up. Ooh. Although it could also just be for show and it was just on a timer and no matter what they were going to release.
He did hit it though.
He did.
It's going to be
Although,
firing off before it hits, though. Yeah.
yeah, actually, if you look really closely, it's not guaranteed. Yeah, look even well before.
It flies over it, but then
Yeah.
That's
I
what
guess
I'm
somebody
saying.
hits the button and then it launches the other one.
I mean, it might have still hit the tower, but it did. The tower launched before it was hit.
Yeah. Oh,
Good
the
timing,
towers
though.
have little explosions too.
Well coordinated.
Showmanship-wise, yeah, 10 out of 10 wouldn't fix the damn hood.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Who wants to see a what was it? Bosnian wedding?
Sure. Why not?
Boop.
Oh.
Just firing Glocks into the air for no reason. What's more, if you look, she's on her fucking phone. The mom does not give a fuck. Oh yeah, gun.
I would say just a regular day in Texas, but this is really.
And does that guy have no arm? Dude, are these like veterans?
Look at the angle her gun's at. Like, meanwhile, a block over, where's that bullet coming down on? You know?
Oh, it's the Balkans. This will just start an ethno war that will go on for like 300 years.
It's the same old, yeah.
Yeah. God damn. Balkan people do not fuck around. They're a borderline a different species. It's awesome. Boop, bloop, doot, 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 doot. Oh yeah, we're off to a good start.
What would you do if I door-dinged your vehicle, huh?
Door-dinged your bingo.
I am gonna. One second. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Aww.
Oh, Gage wants to know if you catch the bullet, does that mean you're the one getting married next? I like it. That's clever.
What is this? One more bag of thing? Oh, we already watched. That's the clip I was looking for earlier. Gosh darn it. Oh, now this will be redundant next week, but you've probably seen this. So, this driver with a suspended license calls into his own court hearing, saying he's going to be there in a minute.
Paris, are you driving?
I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second.
I am no longer driving. I am parking. So it's okay.
He can't believe
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
I am
Your Honor, we
now
are
no
respectfully
longer
requesting
driving.
adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Is that his lawyer?
Yeah, she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something.
He thinks this is a joke. It's really, he's really this dumb.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Well, we have to get his mouth open a little bit. There we go.
This is also what those crypto bros look like on a daily basis.
Right?
Yeah, like, oh, I might have fucked up. Shit.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
It's gonna be easy for me. I'm gonna cook this little bitch for dinner.
Hello?
He doesn't quite know how to...
Come in, Mr. Harris.
You done fucked up, kid.
I don't even know why he would do that. So,
Yeah,
defendant's
right.
bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6.
Yeah, maybe walk there.
Well, no, yeah, he probably drove there and he pops out of the car and the cops can look at him like, bro, really? Like, come on, you can't be this stupid. I mean, we know you're stupid, but you can't be this stupid. Also, I've seen this judge on some of those cop videos where like they go after like sovereign citizens and people like that.
Yeah, I think I've seen him.
I wasn't. Yeah, that judge does not fuck around. That dude is so fucking funny too.
All right, here's a little bit of ogling before we start winding down. Oh, loud.
God damn, that was loud.
Wait for it.
Damn.
Oh,
yeah, that's cool.
Oh, Leia. Oh.
Fucking chain flare. Let's go.
Nice. I love how she's doing a sexy pose, but at the beginning, just to optimize the bait and switch.
Yeah.
Smack.
I am actually a fan of that shit. Anytime I see that, I'm just like, oh god, yeah, you got these fucking simps. You got them.
Hilarious.
Sorry, we can't say that word.
No, we can on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not on Twitch.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Not my type.
Yeah, look at used to the Twitch streaming. Yeah.
The darker towels behind us.
Yeah?
They darker. Yeah.
What about her? Hey, yo, my
dark and
homegirl
ugly.
thinks you're a 10 out of 10. She was like, yeah, that motherfucker there's a stud. Yeah. He wants your number.
Yeah, dude. I'm Heaven. What's your name?
Nice. Heaven, oh come on.
I feel like a stripper name.
No.
Right?
No, it's a mic.
Are you guys together? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
The guy's just like out of there.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's his mother,
Oh,
man.
he didn't look white. I'm sorry.
Hey, what the
What's wrong with you?
I don't know what just happened.
He didn't look white.
Oh,
Oh Jesus! That was something right out of the fucking Boondocks.
Yeah.
That sounds like some AI generated plot shit. Where the AI just
Yeah, that
makes a
too.
bunch of shit just pile up. It just makes no
All right, dale dos. Dale dos. We need our dale and our dos. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, right then and there.
Hey, I know that guy.
Hello everyone, this is your
We
Daily
can
Dose
skip
of
that
Internet.
part.
This guy had to join a virtual court hearing after being charged with driving with a suspended license. So
Yeah.
he joined the court hearing while
That's gonna
illegally
let it
driving
go.
his car.
Just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
We'll get
This
his
is the
commentary
driver's
on it.
license suspended, and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
The judge then ordered him to be arrested and he spent 2 days in jail.
Ah, 2 days. Whoa! Super cat. Oh! That space marine is not passing aspirin status. He is terrible.
Why is this toy being so dramatic?
Yep, that's what the mat's there for.
These people found
Whoa! Did you hear that motherfucker? That was.
These people found a credit card skimmer at a gas station.
Why are you holding it down so hard? Look! It's literally a scanner. We could call the police right now. Look,
What?
this is the real one.
What the hell are you
Oh
doing?
shit!
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Oh.
you don't see him very often in the wild, but there's a reason why you're told to like be very careful when you go to an ATM or a scanner, cause you get moments like that where they're like literally like, oh, this doesn't feel right. Oh.
I wonder who snuck that in and when.
We could call the police right now. Look, this is the real one.
Yeah, here it is under.
Roll on video.
I wonder if it was the one of the people there, or if it was like the person who installed it.
No, when I first saw that, I thought she was ripping like the pad
Those are
apart. I'm like,
cards.
what the fuck
Yeah,
you
I mean,
doing?
exactly.
They're trying to steal your information.
It's the. Woo! Oh, she didn't go all the way around. I'd like
Look
that
how
shit.
beautiful this building is.
Yeah, that looks like fun. Wow.
You okay, buddy? Oh.
Georgie. Aw, that's cute.
二宝，你说鱼？
Fishy. Oh my god!
Well, that gets
This is what happens when you put liquid nitrogen into gasoline.
Oh.
Holy shit. It's making the symbol from Berserk.
Don't come back.
When I get rich, I'm gonna pay you all back. Wow, I never thought of that. Hey, when I get really rich doing YouTube, I'll pay back the off license up at the top of the street there. I'll just come back with all their booze. They actually let me have it. I have an IOU of 17,000 euro now I have to pay back.
I just love how the dude's shoplifting a bunch of fucking paper towels.
I have never seen a cat whisper before.
Why does it have a pearl
Have
necklace?
that or your respiratory problem.
So cute though.
Another.
You motherfuckers.
Like, alright, time for me to get out his chair and beat that man's ass. Okay.
That was like the ultimate really face.
What the fuck?
Mega duck.
This snake is so dramatic.
Buoyant. Kind of show you moving him with a stick here. He's just floating
You
around.
see that 20-foot
He can swim off
python?
if he wants to, but he's just
Yoink.
content to sit there.
How do you get ducks out of your garage?
Duck laser pointer.
Duck lasers.
Oh.
Sweet.
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
You know what would have been
Later.
funny with the snake video is like when the snake opened its mouth, they had like a dramatic like scream, like the goat scream or something.
Yeah. That was like the best cat stretch ever.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was gonna do some basic aerobics or some shit like that.
It's like, look, Dad, I can join the Olympics now.
All right, we've got
KF
one
soup.
of each: KF soup and pickled bologna sausage. So
That soup is going to be terrible.
it's going to be very greasy water. Greasy water.
And I feel like the breading will really fuck it up too.
Yeah.
Always turn out well, so we're gonna keep it going with KFC soup. And these will be our ingredients. We got mashed potatoes.
Only cost $27.
Potatoes and gravy.
Is he gonna put the bread in too?
Chicken. And the last piece
Oh
of
no.
this puzzle is the coleslaw. Nothing
Ugh.
goes better with soup
The
than
nuclear
mayonnaise.
coleslaw.
Didn't this used to have carrots in it? First the chicken,
Used to have chicken in it too.
potatoes, biscuit, and finally the
The
coleslaw.
chicken doesn't even have chicken in it anymore.
Right.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look great. All right, we're an hour into this, and things are starting to look puffy. All right, this has been going for 4 hours. Let's make ourselves a hearty bowlful.
Well, it is soup now.
I'll never eat
It's a-
KFC again.
It's a broth. Do you like broth?
Got here. It's pretty good. It
I knew
tastes
you'd
like
say
a
it.
thick chicken soup with potatoes in it. The cabbage is no problem in this thing at
It's
all.
cuddle.
I can't taste any of the mayonnaise
Yeah,
that came
basically.
along with it. It's pretty good. It tastes like a fast food chicken soup. Would I rather have a bowl of normal chicken soup? Yeah, probably. So I'm gonna have to give the KFC soup a 4 out of 5.
Wow. I was expecting like a 1.
Yeah. But as he said, the soups have been turning out great as of late. Boop, boop. And here it is.
Well, hey there, folks. And,
My bologna.
I
The
guess,
Bologna.
and with special thanks to Sausage Channel contributors, the Batmans, who sent me this leaky jar of pickled bologna. This is why the P.O. Box isn't common knowledge. Why would Fishers package it like this if they know it just leaks? How is this okay? I can smell, it's not even open yet, and I can smell the vinegar.
That's because it leaks.
Well, that's part one. It's shit. They just taped it shut, and they're like, that's good. Why don't you make jars
I mean, it
that
worked,
close
didn't it?
all the way? Look, it's leaking all over the board. Pickled rope, and of course I can't even open it. Is this expired? I can't open it. I can't get it open.
There you go.
Well, then how is it leaking? This sealed for protection sucks. Oh my God, it looks like a fetus. When you...
It looks like... Did anyone ever see Bodies or go to like Bodies? The show, it's like an exhibition where they've gotten a bunch of dead bodies and they've like cut them up or like taken off the skin, then posed them to show like what the human anatomy looks like.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look like a penis. It looks like an intestine.
There's a area where you can see the 9 months developments of a fetus from children that were all like miscarriages.
Did you mean 9 weeks?
9 months.
Because 9 months fetus is a full-grown baby.
That's called a miscarriage. Like all these died like natural causes. Like the baby was dead. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I mean, they didn't kill a baby just to put it in the... I hope not, anyway. I've seen that show 3 times. I'd feel kind of a little guilty at that point. But the inside each tube, it kind of looks like this. It's very... No.
Guy said you were going to send me something special to the P.O. box. This is
Why
not
do we pick
what I
people
had in
pickle
mind.
sausages? That's bizarre.
It's all just one piece. This is the real nope rope. It's already in sausage form. We're gonna make a sausage out of a sausage. Get a closer
Body Worlds, yes. Raisin knows what I'm talking about.
Try. No, not even a little bit. It tastes like straight up vinegar. The bologna's more there for texture than it is for flavor, because that is just straight vinegar you're eating. I thought they were gonna send me like expensive caviar.
You've done caviar. You've not done bologna.
This is very meta.
A lot of pickled bologna. We have enough.
It's not even the first time he's done sausages.
Eat up, fella. Get that pepper
Oh.
right in the eye hole.
Jesus.
A pinch of salt. Oh, I should have wore gloves for this. The orange casing is not helpful. Amazing. All right, hold tight. I'm a sausage start. Look at this. I think it's just getting more inside of the board.
This is why you don't use wooden cutting boards for meat.
Water. In 3, 2, 1. Let's sausage.
I mean, I like the custom design on it, but wooden cutting boards are supposed to be just for like bread and stuff.
And that will just about
thick.
Do it. I'm not so sure how good of an idea that butter powder was, because right now it smells like someone threw up in the movie theaters. With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box artist, this guy.
Wait a minute. Is that Yoda? Is that Yoda? Because I know that's a sausage there on the side, but is that Yoda?
What, is this little guy here Yoda?
See, you don't
This little guy here, Yoda.
have to spend hours on your Boxalo box art. You can throw it together in just a couple of seconds. This
He broke down at that one. Throwing fucking shade. Trade coffee.
month of coffee. So will it blow? Bam! Oh, a direct hit right in the face. Mrs. Sausage hates it when I do that. Oh, but a pretty good solid hit, not a lot of spray. I'm gonna have to give that, will it blow? 3 Mark Ruppalos.
Oh, dude. I know it wasn't, but still.
Oh my God, most of it burst.
Oh, it's been a while since we had this level of disaster.
Oh, we haven't had this level of burst before.
No, but there's still a level.
It's like 80% of the whole thing.
True. At least there wasn't a fire this time.
Cut the whole thing off. All right, we still
We're losing Luka. It's just meat mush.
It looks like sawdust that's been wetted.
Destroyed the casing. Oh no! Make that 95% burst.
96, 98.
It's back to its original form.
It didn't. It could not be contained. It could not be contained. rebelled against its new casing home.
Vinegar smell is only increasing with heat. Nothing good is coming.
Hey kids, you like sloppy joes?
The heck
Not
is
anymore, you
that?
don't.
Somehow it's getting wetter. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
He's in strange new territory.
What to do? We're just gonna do it like this then.
All right, somebody needs to
that
post.
looks meaty.
Hold on, pause.
Woo,
Pause
it's a
real
lot of
quick.
vinegar.
Go on to all the various discords you're on in the general chat and just post in quotation marks, somehow it's getting wetter, and don't explain yourself.
Oh, my nose is running. Okay, here we go.
My nose is running.
Oh, it's so vinegary, like it's impossible to eat. It's oh my, it's on the.
It will not even be contained in buns.
Buns disintegrating. What is going on? This whole thing has been a disaster from start to finish. The taste.
Oh, last week we lost Lush. This week we've lost Luka. Why do you think Girlie's been constantly avoiding it? She's enjoying life. She knows we'd kill her within.
She got wise to us fast.
You're just gonna have me laugh to death, aren't you? No.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's
You gotta love it when you don't get to eat this bun. The meat itself is going to eat the bun.
It's the blob now at this stage. It's gonna destroy the pan.
Like, dude's got to put on some gloves at this point.
Yeah, like I'm surprised the spatula isn't like warping and melting.
Oh, just wait till we'll see what it looks like next week.
Taste is awful, so that's a 0. Plus, we didn't even get a sausage out of it, so it's disqualified. I could have just filmed me taking a dump for 5 minutes, and we'd still be exactly at square one. So I'm gonna have to give this. Oh.
Everything. Oh, sausage. We've all had those days. We've all had those days. I think this might be worse than the gooey duck, because at least he made a sausage out of the gooey duck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna have to give this thing here a disqualified.
Oh, okay.
I feel sorry for the artist who drew the custom sausages this week. They get nothing.
Well,
I wonder if he just like saves it for next week or just discards it.
I'm sure he doesn't have an unlimited supply, but yeah, let's hear it. What is it?
Well, so
He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
That's what it sounds like when you can't even.
I mean, at that
Mrs.
point,
Sausage, bring the bucket. It's a code red.
Thought you were gonna say it's a Cobes red for a second there.
God damn it, Cobes. I'll be watching him on Wednesday.
You poor bastard.
I know. Well, I'll be drinking, and I'll have raisin until.
breathe again.
Yeah, and now we return to where we began all those many years ago.
Stream has gone full circle.
We have looped our own hole.
For a second, I thought he
Dude.
had like a hat. He had like one of those Chippendale hats on. I'm like, wait, when the fuck did he become a Chippendale?
He's got the body.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely got the body.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, like, if I was a gay dude, I'd be into him. I mean, you know, minus his.
I don't know. That face is creepy, man.
Fine.
I mean, okay, yeah. You know, the bottom left image, yeah.
From the neck down. From the neck down.
Yeah, maybe put someone else on him instead. Oh, put that guy who got his license revoked. On
Oh God.
All
I mean,
right.
yeah, like I said, I mean, those eyebrows could like fucking double as fucking brooms.
I like the action shot and sipping on some syrup there.
All right. As Luka was the one who dressed the last one, you should dress this one.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our shilling as we round up this evening, and I swear I won't end the stream this week without us seeing our dancing lad off. Oh, that was a stroke of sausage indeed. Jesus.
It was a very wet sausage.
That was.
I was definitely
getting wetter.
expecting a film of a sausage, but not quite to that degree.
That's the beauty of it. You never know when it happens, right? It just you can't force.
I like the
issue.
ones that turned out to be surprisingly good.
Yeah.
But not this one.
No, no.
I mean, no, the fucking sausage ate more of the bun than he did.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go through the list of shilling, and I'll start for a change. At tomorrow, around about 10, I'm going to be over on Twitch. I'm playing Gun. Now, does anyone remember Gun?
Yeah, the old Wild West game from
Yeah.
the Xbox days. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. The pre Red Dead, Red Dead. A lot of potential. I fucking loved the game. Obviously, Red Dead does more better, but it doesn't change the fact that it was pretty cool, if not a little limited. And I'll be playing that for the next couple of days, as well as things like Final Fantasy. Oh, and Speed Freaks this week. Hell yeah. That's still open beta if you guys want to think about hopping in and getting it yourself. Now, beyond that, then this Wednesday, like I said, Wasted Wednesday, and Raisin will be joined. And then we don't have a guest this Sunday, so if anybody has any suggestions, join the Discord. But yeah, it's just standard stuff. We have guests more or less for. I think we have guests for every other Sunday, but next this month. So yeah. All right. So Krendar, what about you?
Well, tomorrow, going back to the old Dungeon Keeper 2. Finally ran into a pretty tough mission, so thankfully I had it left off with a save file partway through it, so I can try again. We'll see what we can do with that. Game's getting tough though. We'll see. So yeah, more Dungeon Keeper 2. And go check out all of my floatplane videos that are all finished. They're all uploaded in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have to go back, and I think the actual takeoff video seems to have gone missing, so I might have to re-upload that. But otherwise, they're all there. Check them out.
Cool about it. Luka, and you want to promote before we're out of here? Link for everyone in the doobly-doo, folks.
I'm considering streaming at around 9 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be doing StarCraft, the cartoonified version of the remastered game. I'm playing as a Protoss right now. I'm on the second to last mission before I move on over to the Terran. So if you want to hop over onto my Twitch channel at about 9 p.m. Central Time, it'll be great to see you all there. Otherwise, have a good evening.
Okay. And with that, let's buff up with... Which one did you say there,
Yeah,
Krendar?
we got some simping on some syrup, whatever that means. I don't know this song, but the title is good. God, that forehead though.
Yeah, look at the amount of dye that's gone onto the forehead now. And I thought originally it was either more of his hair or it was a band he had across his hair, but no, that's just
It's
dye.
like hair dye turning into concrete.
It's actually making me think of a character from the Warriors, that 80s film.
Yeah. Warriors come out to play.
Yeah.
It's a rental, it's a rental, it's a rental.
Rental sauce.
Okay.
Music.
Oh my God! It's his language.
Is he secretly in the band?
Oh, this is a conflict of interest, my dude. You have to own up to it. Oh, blind attack. Looks like a nice day out there, though.
Okay.
Oh, no, Buff.
What
Don't.
the hell are you
Don't
doing,
stop.
you goof?
You gotta commit now that it started.
How was this guy? The dude had a rhythm going. I was like, get into it.
There we go.
Zipping on some scissors.
This is the same beat as the Donkey Kong rap.
Probably 50 other raps too.
Monkey, see? Yeah, he's still whispering. Oh, I miss the belting days of Buff.
Hey, he had me in the first half, but right now I'm just like,
He's got to get that camera closer in, you know?
Yeah. How much space must he have? It must be completely empty in his room. Yeah, the legwork's still great as always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's doing the
Sadly,
Charleston
whistling
legs.
as always, is it?
Away from the camera, I kind of feel like I'm being made fun of the video myself. Like, at least for me, that shows a display of lack of confidence.
Maybe.
Like, when he's looking at the camera, though, like, he's moving and doing small shit. He looks away, he looks like a fucking clown.
His time off while he was moving, he's lost his confidence. He's got to get back into it.
What if his old place held his muse, and now that they separated, yeah, he's like Samson without his hair.
Department.
Yeah.
Maybe what's going on in his forehead is just starting to get into his brain.
Oh, he's getting mercury poisoning from the shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Bye, Buff. Bye, Buff. I hope those weren't needle threads I saw on your fucking arm there. I hope they were just dots, skin tags. Ooh,
Maybe it's like, maybe it's some sort of product made out of cordyceps mushrooms, and it's finally gotten into his brain.
I wish, like, when he turns up his camera or something, like he would do, like, I don't know, just like a simple gesture or something. Or
yeah, he used to do peace, and now he's not even doing that. He kind of like waved at the camera as he was walking towards it, like, I'm done now.
Because that comes across as you telling me, like, okay, I made the video and now I don't give a shit.
I've always got that.
Again, I like how YouTube is advertising your stream while you're streaming.
Right?
It knows
So
what I'm
good.
all about. For some reason, I never seem to miss an episode. It could almost be because I'm hosting
You know what's
the
even
fucking
better,
thing.
Luka? It does that every week. This is not a one-off. It always does this.
I'm just, I'm just sitting here wondering, I'm like, why would YouTube advertise somebody's own stream to themselves? It's like,
It's so stupid.
Well, I have to watch it separately to make sure that I can read the chat on like crappy days and shit like that, or to see if I'm getting a notification that I'm reaching copyright problems, Which look,
The algorithms. You watch this every week. Let's show it to you.
Pretty much. But on that front, all I could say is thank you all so much for watching, and see you all pretty damn soon. And remember, folks, sometimes you are the sausage, but sometimes you're the casing.
Sometimes you're the vinegar.
Sometimes you're the bun, or what's left of it.
Yeah.
The mushy